Okie dokie.
Stay.
Well, as people are talking to cats, we're starting the stream.
Oh,
Yay.
Hey.
So
Hello, stream.
So
Hello, stream.
I know we are missing a Rodak today. Who else is not making it? Me.
Lilith is in Roll20. They just haven't joined the call.
Yeah, he did say that he's gonna be here.
Okay. So
Don't know about Tusa though. I have not heard anything.
that's okay. I get slightly angry and then he just appears and then it's fine.
Maybe you should get angry then.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I feel guilty after last time.
You say to make
Why?
you angry.
Because. Fix the date. Okie dokie, people. So, last time, you guys.
Survive it.
Hey.
Sorry. I'm
So
done.
we have an Argus.
Hey! Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Last time. We have a Francis face. Hello. Hiya. Alright. Last time, we were in the city of Fulchester, which we established is not a very friendly place.
You don't say.
You made some plans in a tavern, an underground tavern for non-humans, and you went your separate ways. You also noticed that your airship was chased off thanks to a large ballista fire. Yes, that's the one. Chased off, and you also.
Taste.
Oh, sorry, chased. It's because of.
Taste. Taste.
Hey, it's gonna be a wild ride tonight. Good luck, everybody. All right. So, yes, you also met a seller of birds and exotic goods, seemingly for no reason, because that's how we roll. And you ventured into the forest, following Tusa's magnificent druidic awareness. You could navigate this moving forest without much trouble until you found your quarry, the Flagonflark, a strange abomination of a creature. That, and this is also a good time for everybody to start messaging. Stop it. Alright.
Such a keyboard.
Yes, I see it. It's fine. It happens every time. Every time I rewatch the stream, I hear this bit. Okay. So, and the people at home have no idea. Right. Into the moving forest.
No.
Found the Flagonflark. A battle ensued. The difficult terrain was not a problem for half of the team because they were mobile or airborne. Anyway, that was a great design decision from DM. And after using some random arrows, the monster was eventually felled by a falling house. And that killed the monster. And that's also where we left the stream. But oh no, that is not where the story ended. For inside the house was a famed wizard and traveler of the multiverse, Mordenkainen. With all his titles.
What are his titles?
They're in the chat. And
Damn it.
you can't outthink me, except for those.
Let me scour through 8 novels in order to find it.
Yes. Anyway,
Titles.
yes. Inside his. Now he had to abandon his cottage because terminal velocity was not kind to it. But he did conjure a most magnificent little mansion, which manifested just as a door in space, where everybody went in, asked some questions. Connor got the monster sucked out of his eye. He's now...
His eye out of his skull.
Yes, he's now missing an eye. He has one eye and an eye patch.
Not even an eye patch, just a freaking
Bandage. Yeah, bandage.
Yeah.
Yes.
As of now, it's just a makeshift eye patch.
It's gonna help with my disguise plan for Connor, so...
Yeah, if he moves the eye patch, he's just blind.
Yeah,
Now you're gonna need a character portrait because your character is showing two eyes.
Does anybody nifty in Photoshop who can do that?
Just put an X over one eye.
Stefan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think
he
Stefan
is.
will help you there.
Who's talking in the background?
I have
idea.
intruders, sorry. Yes.
Perhaps mute yourself?
Okay.
Yes, yes, please do that.
Hi, Mom.
I haven't been home in like 2 years, so.
Okay, so
Oh.
thank you. I have the same thing. Mine broke me stuff.
Mommy Difflecy!
Mom makes us high.
Hashtag excitement for tomorrow. Okay, I'm done now.
There's a chance my friend might join us, but planning. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yes, he got the thing sucked out, minus an eye. You asked some questions. He doesn't seem to know very much about the Black Oblivion, but he did encounter it here and there, and there's many travels. He did know about tattoos, or weird birthmarks, not the blue kind, but especially the black kind, which reminds him something his apprentice was into at some point. Did you guys ask who I think Sky asked who the apprentice
Yes.
was.
I did.
And what did you discover? So I can drink my mind out.
Tasha.
Yeah.
Her name is Tasha, and she had various other names, one which was familiar to Sky. And she is a very skilled wizard, he said. Knowledgeable in the arcane, and she's currently traveling the multiverse because Dyrecinder isn't good enough for her, apparently.
Terrible. But well done.
Thank you, question mark.
No, the terrible was her not wanting to stay in Dyrecinder, not with anything you said. Okay. Yes, and then some other discussions happened, and should I say marriage proposals?
Not yet.
Okay.
I saved it
quite yet.
especially for you.
Not quite yet.
Okay. Well, let's move right along and not linger in any awkwardness. So, you guys find yourself in the magnificent mansion of Morton Caden, which has enough room, a bathroom for hanky panky,
Which the barbarians used so well that no one else wanted to use it.
You might need to conjure a brand new one because there's things you can't clean. So
Just
that's
don't go in
one
there
more.
with an ultraviolet light, then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Got nothing to follow that up. That's it. Right. Anyway, so you find yourself all at breakfast, which is largely donut based, because he's got a thing for donuts. He's not present at the moment, but you all find yourselves having well rested, in quotation marks, because some of you were up to nonsense, but let's say you're well rested, and go.
Not everyone at once.
Not.
Roll initiative or conversation. Go.
Lilu's sat with her notebook and extra bits of parchment, and she's practicing the letters that Connor's taught her. She doesn't quite have... She hasn't quite mastered a lot, but she's pretty much very proud of being able to write cat. So she writes
Doing her
that a
best.
couple times. Yeah, she's doing her best. She'll write cat. She hasn't quite gotten the hang of her name yet because she realizes that there are letters and sounds, but it confuses her that there are 4 letters in her name, but she only uses 3 letters to make it. And one of the letters changes because it's an uppercase and a lowercase, so it's completely beyond her.
Shame.
She's got a yellow back and she's got half of
In
crab,
her
so
excitement, she's
getting
broken
there.
2 quills, and she's now on quill number 3.
Note to self, buy a bag
Okay.
full of quills for Lily for her birthday.
Or a pencil.
Yeah.
Because she's
Okay.
been sketching and
Pencils
drawing
in
with
this
chalk. I mean,
Or-
charcoal.
Yeah.
I mean, are there pencils in this world?
There's only one way to
Is
find out.
graphite a thing?
There probably are. I don't see why not.
I mean, is graphite a thing? It's not lead in a pencil.
Yeah, no, I know that. Although,
You get charcoal
Mm.
pencils, so you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, who would like? I've got a piece of charcoal. Why must I wrap it in wood?
Because it's easier. Well, uh, sorry.
You
my
guys-
words failed me.
Charcoal.
But as an artist, it's easier to draw with them because the charcoal doesn't get all over everything while you're sketching, and it helps you to make a finer point sketch.
But has somebody in this world thought of
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Guess we'll find
that? There
out.
is a market to exploit here.
guys, I had a dream.
Let's not get distracted.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Small
Lulu
diversion.
then grabs a donut and greets everybody.
Okay, there are breakfast flavored donuts. There are scrambled egg donuts. There are bacon donuts.
Whichever
it's-
one's closest, she will
It's
grab one
sort
of those.
of defying the definition of a donut and more food in the shape of a donut that seems to be important.
All right.
Okay, anybody else? So we see Sky and Free there at the table.
Yeah.
And then-
he was
No,
sitting-
before
Yes.
they join the table.
Mhm.
Before they join the table,
Yes.
Sky will stop him.
They are hugging, and he is smiling like an idiot. Dancing on sunshine.
Well,
Uh,
looking very bashful and a little bit shy. I know that you asked me a question, and with all the trauma that has unfolded, I haven't been able to give you an answer. So I thought
Yeah.
instead I would ask you.
He listens intently, is giving puppy dog eyes. Yeah, yes, and what would that be?
Come to realize that through all this, I never wanted to be with anyone else. And despite all the darkness that seems to plague me, you're a shining light. And so, will you marry me?
Oh my heart. Oh, okay. The way he looks at you is like it's like Sky is his sun, the heavens, and the stars above. And it looks like he is on the verge of sobbing right then and there, but his smile is unbreakable. Without a moment's hesitation. Yes, I will.
Then I guess we better make some rings.
Yes, I suppose we do. So I suppose we shall.
Okay, but don't cry, because then
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna
just-
think I beat you up again.
Yes, I suppose I shouldn't. Why? I don't know why. I don't. He's having a hard time finding his words. I don't know why I'm about to cry. I've never been happier. He just throws his arms forward and hugs her.
Do He will give him a very gentle kiss and wipe his eyes. Let's go have some breakfast.
Yes.
All right. So as you two together go down to the breakfast hall, with rings on your mind, you're presented with a banquet of donuts.
Everyone loves donuts.
As It's-
Yeah, donuts.
we have to find a ring, then there's rings. That's okay. At which
Whoa.
point, also, um, a Lilith enters the mansion, eventually finding you all in the dining room. All of you, minus Tusa and Rodak, who are still sleeping in.
Sleeping. Sure.
Oh, they weren't sleeping earlier. They need to sleep now.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Finger guns. All right. So, yes. Lilith, you arrive in. So, what you saw from the outside, you had to make your way through a lot of moving trees in this forest. Eventually, sorry, who's familiar with it? Was it Athena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, Athena.
Oh, wait, no.
Was it not? Was it?
That went to Chuck and Ratford?
No, that got Lilith.
No, that was Jim
No,
and
not
Hercules.
you.
Jim and Hercules. Sorry. Thank you. Just gotta figure out where all the familiars are. Who gives you guys pets? What's wrong? All right. So.
Well,
Yes.
mine are traitors, so let's not even
Oh no,
go into that.
just
They're
no,
not traitors.
Just one of yours is a traitor. The other one is out somewhere else mentally.
One's a raven of holding. All right, so the two ravens, Lilith led you through the forest of moving trees, these massive, massive trees that move and upend the earth, making the soil quite unstable, but you've probably got a thing for that, so it's fine. And you're led into the middle of the forest where there is a door just sitting in space. The door opens, mostly for the ravens. You enter, and you're in the interior, or the first room you see is like a sitting room with a crackling fire, some really comfy couches, some alchemy equipment, some books, and then doorways leading other places. So you can hear a commotion coming from the kitchen. You follow that as the ravens fly down that direction, and you meet everybody in this large banquet hall, a long stretched wooden table, and piles of donut-shaped breakfast food.
Well,
Lilith here.
it looks like at least you had a good morning.
Would you like some coffee?
All right.
Yes, please.
I will
Is
pour a cup
everything-
of coffee. Sorry.
Is everything all right? I mean, did something happen out there?
You know how I went to look out for that Order of the Scroll? Waste of fucking time.
Was it? No.
Why?
Waste of time.
It so happens that there are not actually an order that could possibly help us with our little endeavor regarding Falchester. They're just random people in an attic playing some kind of game.
What type of game?
No, I was just stupid. Half of the time I was just busy knocking myself out.
If that's the case, then I can assume our plans regarding them are shot.
At least we tried. Thank you.
Well, what about you? It looks like at least you had a pleasant morning.
Well, yes.
A house fell on me
I suppose
yesterday.
you could
but
say that.
yeah,
Out front of me yesterday.
Also, what is this place?
And Connor's also missing an eye,
Oh,
FYI.
Oh, yeah.
Brand is like, yeah, I've had a great morning. Fucking fantastic.
This place is amazing, though.
Right.
Guy looks like she wants to comfort Connor, but then sort of just looks at her hands in her lap.
Free looks like he wants to help or at least say something comforting as well, but it seems the words, he never seems to find them.
So are we gonna hit the howler this morning?
We
That's-
all
To
doing
save somebody
now.
first.
Yeah.
That's certainly one of our options.
If I
Wow.
may.
Okay.
Yes?
He's going to be gone by the time we get there. With a plan, having taken out guards, made enemies of ourselves, and somehow not ended up in jail. All of which we will probably do because we are in a rush and unable to make a proper plan. We need to go where they're taking him anyway, eventually.
All the way
At the mention of that,
far, far
it
away to
seems-
the north.
well, at the mention of going there anyway, eventually, it seems just a bunch of memories begin to flow on Free's face all at once. He says, yeah, eventually we'll be headed his way anyhow.
I know it's not
Yeah.
ideal and we want to save everyone we can, but we don't have the resources or the time to plan a jailbreak without getting caught right now.
Dina was looking at the clink, and at any given point, there are always 14 guards on duty. I just simply don't think we have the time.
We might not have the
Yeah.
time, but we have a venue and we know where to go or where they're going. So-
Exactly.
Where they're
If we
going
can do
is
what we can
extremely far
here.
away.
And it's
It's
going
just-
backwards instead of where we're wanting to go.
We don't have
Yes.
to go there straight away.
Okay, just so you guys know, you guys are over here, and the prison is over there.
No, it's right across the lake.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was in town.
No.
No, it's the towers.
I thought it was in town. My bad.
But we also don't want to travel over the water. So we're either going
Yeah.
back and around to get there, or we're going forward and around and then back.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys want to hit here, here, and here. So once we get here, we might as well go here.
That depends on
feel
how much time we're going to
absolutely-
spend at each of those temples.
Yeah, I feel absolutely horrible, like, dicking around doing other things while somebody is literally rotting in hell.
So you guys want to go and plan a jailbreak that we don't have the resources or time for.
Yes.
All of us
That-
aren't here.
The
And I
mention.
don't think we should
uh,
decide on anything without
In-
everybody.
in response to Connor saying the just doing whatever while people are rotting in hell thing, a dark expression comes over Free's face. That's basically what I've been doing for years. What's a little more time?
That just. Nope. Nah. Don't. Dark expression returned.
Lilu puts her hand on Connor's shoulder. Look, there are, and it takes her a second as she counts everybody at the table. Not everybody is here. She stops counting. If we're going to do something like this, it's not fair that some of us are weighing in on this when not everyone is here. Yes, we can go back and save this man and Free's friends, but like you're saying, we don't have everything we need. And if we're going in there with some of us knowing some things and the rest of us not knowing anything, what kind of plan is that?
What do we know and what do we still need to find out?
We know that there's a whole prison full of guards and people, and only 5 of us. We have a specific time frame. We have to somehow get through all the guards, not get caught and thrown into jail, and not go on the run while there's a whole place that we need to save.
How legitimate is this prison? Is it like
The towers? The towers or the clink?
that's assumedly where this guy is currently, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is where?
On the map, there is a helpful arrow.
Yes. Yeah, that is.
Why don't we hit that place?
That is
Yes,
what I'm
because
saying. We don't have the time or the resources to hit it before he gets taken.
He's being taken at the end of the day, isn't he?
There are 5
Yes.
of us, Connor.
He has until nightfall.
We have
Found us
no
and taken
plan.
down multiple horrid
Okay, so
monsters.
we walk into that place, we kill all the guards, we free one man, the rest of the guards come, the rest of whoever is in this town comes, they put us in jail, he gets put back in jail or sent there anyway, and we have no way of getting out, no way of dealing with
Assuming we
things.
stand and fight after we free them. We don't stand and fight after we free them. We get the hell out and go underground.
You expect?
Wait.
Do you really
No.
expect them? Do you really expect all the gods in this city to just stand idly by as we run away?
No. What?
All right. How about
Time.
distraction?
Wait. No. What if there are 5 of us? We wait for them to leave. We follow them, and instead of breaking into an entire prison, we take the caravan or whatever they're transporting them in. We have a ship. So we do the howler or whatever that is. We take whatever time we're able to in the afternoon. We know where they're going.
But do we know what route they're going to take? What mode of transportation?
If we're in an airship, I'm pretty sure we can spot them.
How do we get to our airship? It's currently on the
Yeah.
other side of the bridge and being bombarded.
Presently, we don't
I-
have
I-
a ship available.
I think at the end of the day,
I think it's actually on the side we're on.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but-
not.
No, it's on the other side. But I
Oh.
think at the end of the day, that whole
Oh.
happening that's on the bridge is going to not happen anymore because it's all just because of a game of gutball.
Or I'm sure there are birds, and if Jim and Hercules are around, or if Athena is visible, Lulu will subtly, not so subtly point to them. They could carry a message.
At which point, Hercules says, I believe Jim has a message. And at which point, the other raven with its kooky eyes throws up a very crumpled and very saliva-wetted, envelope.
I
A
will
message!
take the envelope and open it.
Okay. It says, Dear Mr. Fitzworth, your order of clogs has hit a snag. We will deliver within the week. Signed, Shoemakers of... Oh crap, what's the place called?
Please, did you steal someone's mail?
Post! It's the Shoemakers of Walden.
Thank you.
And
Or-
that helps us how?
You wanted a message! Jim delivered. Although not to the right address.
It's strange how you manage to be quite where you are not expected to be at any point in time, she says bitterly. Look, I think Lilo has a point, and as I was saying, we might as well just do the howler. We're here in the forest, we make our way out and form a proper plan afterwards.
And we should get going now. We are burning daylight.
Yes, I
Question,
suppose
though.
that's our only course of action.
Lilith, you. I know this was your home, but do you know, hypothetically, Lulu doesn't use the word hypothetically, I do. Do you know the routes, maybe, that they would be using from the clink to leave here?
Would she? DM? Because
Um,
she kind of lives more in the hills, not really
yeah,
in
it's
Falchester.
too much of an outsider. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So you would
I
know,
can,
all of you, based on what you've seen in Dyrecinder so far. They won't do it by air. It's unlikely they'll take a boat across because the only thing in Lake Malik is the fishermen brave enough to chance the flutter prawns. So it's probably by carriage going one way around. There, if you look at the roads on the map, you're on the map, yeah. Okay. The most direct map would be the sort of what is that? Anti-clockwise. No, clocks go that way. Clockwise route north around.
Going through Corspira and such.
Yeah, Coursera, and then around to there.
I think the only route would be through carriage and through the way we came. So if we went on the airship, we should probably be able to catch them. But that also gives me an idea.
Don't keep us in suspense. What
Do
is the
we still have that letter of safe passage?
I assume so.
Yeah, you would, yes.
What if a human, not Connor, because he's probably already wanted by everyone in Falchester, but maybe Rordak or Aithne could go up to the prison, talk to the guards, show the letter, try to distract them for a couple minutes, as many as they could, and then another group went silently inside the prison and tried to break in said prisoner.
At this point, Sky's just silently drinking her coffee.
It's an interesting plan, to be sure. You can tell he's just trying to be polite.
Look, once again,
Just an
there are so
idea.
many guards around that even if we do sneak in silently, we're going to make a noise taking them out.
We stage a jailbreak. Set free all the other prisoners.
Storm the Bastille.
Yeah.
We simply do not have the luxury of time to stage such a thing.
We'd be staging. We march in and we unlock every cell we find.
Connor, you're being a bit reckless.
All right. At this point,
Straightforward to the point.
one of the
No,
doors.
reckless with all of our lives.
At this point, one of the doors swings open, and a Mordenkainen with his shining bald head and his dark universe beard walks in a very fluffy pink dressing gown with arcane symbols on them, of course. He sits down. He piles his plate full of donuts. Pulls a cup of coffee closer to him. It looks like he's had a rough night, and then he looks up, and for a moment he's surprised that there are so many people inside his magnificent mansion. Ah, I nearly forgot. Morning.
So,
Thank you for letting us stay.
Yes, I did do that, didn't I? Yes. Well, are you planning on staying longer?
well,
Polite
we
way of
thank you
saying
for your
fuck off out of my yard.
we thank you for your hospitality. We don't intend on staying in your hair for too much longer.
Oh, he said in his hair.
I know. I was like,
I,
say anything.
I know what I said.
Could be your beard hair.
Yes.
I actually was looking for you this morning.
Well,
Is there a way for us to contact you again once we leave?
and why might you want to do that?
Well, we have explained the big threat that we are facing to you.
True.
And if there
true.
ever comes a time that we could use your expertise or any form of guidance, it would be helpful to be able to get hold of you.
That's a good point. Oh, let me see here. He goes through his robe, checking every pocket. There's actually a rabbit in one of them. No. Yes. And he puts on the table like a carved wooden frog. Burn this.
Jim, come here, and she will feed the frog.
Okay, so Jim sits down in front of you. He's slightly chubbier than otherwise. Also makes a clinking sound when he lands. He opens his mouth, eyes bulging, and you sort of put the frog down him, with Mordenkainen frowning at that.
Don't
Yes.
worry, it's one of his quirks. He's
Right.
very hungry.
Right. All right. Well, if you won't be much longer, I have places to go, people to see. It's been a long time since I've been free.
Yes.
No, it's been a long time since I've been free.
Yeah. I know what I said.
Guy just pats Bree's hand.
You're
well,
right.
I'm going to the Howler. I am not risking everyone's lives doing something we don't have the resources for at this current moment. It might change once we have been somewhere.
Hypocritical. I just find all this extremely hypocritical. We march into the forest to fight a creature that we don't know what its nature is. That's fine. We march into the Howler not knowing what's in there. That's fine. We know what's in the prison. That's not cool.
Do you want to go to jail?
We won't go to
We
jail.
don't know what
They
the
don't
risk is.
catch us.
We are we are only saying that with the Howler and the monster, it was simple enough. We just go into the forest and we fight the monster, and we barge into the Howler and see what we find.
We didn't know
With this prison break, but with this prison break, it requires time, energy, and resources that we simply cannot spare.
And we don't have
We have a
everyone
day.
with us at this point.
We
We
have
didn't have
a
anyone
day.
for either. We have literally a day to save this guy. The Howler's going to still be there tomorrow.
Well,
We can plan and we can do this. Right? I get that. Either way, sorry, it's my cat. Either way, we're going to come across things that we did not plan for and we did not see ahead of time. Should we go ahead and free every prisoner or just this man that we're trying to free from the clique? There's a lot more. I don't even think danger is the word in this.
risk.
What we
Push will
don't know.
risk.
More risk.
Yes.
If I can put it this way,
We're gonna
it's
step
easier
on
for us to go to the Howler, do what we were doing there, go back to the tavern, plan, to find out where this carriage is going, and as Lilu said, follow the carriage and isolate the carriage. Then it would be to jailbreak an entire prison and then also go to jail or have to leave when we have a lot we need to do in this place.
My citizens is getting an army.
We can't just get an army and march into this place. You just want to
Army's waiting for us
bombard
in prison.
everything. You just see everything as a fight. There's absolutely no finesse in how you handle things.
And if I may be so kind,
This guy is going to prison.
if I may be so kind, exactly what army do you intend to storm this prison with?
No, you misheard me. I mean, we need an army, right? I see an army waiting for us in the prison.
Oh, and every prisoner is just going to be like, yes, please, I want to give my life for a cause that I don't care about. And now that I'm free of prison, I definitely want to fight for you
That's assuming
guys.
you want to go for an idealistic purge. I'm talking more like, do you want to get your own back on the guards in the townsfolk or on the city guards?
So you want to basically destroy the town like an asshole.
That was not the plan, Connor.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to be stepping on some toes. You gotta break some eggs to make
Not
an omelet.
if we do this properly. Lilu had a proper plan. We isolate them as they're moving. They're going to take days to get there via the road. We can easily follow them.
How many days exactly will it take to get there?
Sorry, that's just the sound of DM working some stuff out.
Versus
Take your
how
time,
long will it
take your
take for us to get there if we have our airship, which we do not presently have.
I
Could
will
be
fly
remedied.
to the bloody airship and just get them to bring it across
Your flight speed versus the airship's flight speed?
to the airship, you knob, not fly towards them.
The airship is flying away presently.
It is not flying away from the town. It is just flying away from the ballistas, Connor.
Away from
If
town.
the case, can we not have somebody go, or Lilu looks pointedly at the birds, to have them, if they're flying away, have them fly away toward us?
I could send Athena their way with a message. Deliver it to Trelawney. Must.
And just so
I
Jim
agree
and
with both
Hercules
of you.
go through.
Toes will be stepped on, and people are not going to be happy. We are not going to find an army in the prison, Connor. I understand what
that
you're
is
saying.
not-
I hear you. Free, hold on.
My apologies.
Look, I get it. Yesterday was rough, and she pointedly looks at Free, Sky, and Connor. But it's not yesterday anymore. If we're going to free everybody in that prison, we might not have an army on our hands. We might need to become a hospital at that point. We don't know what is inside there. Yes, it could be your army. Yes, it could be people who are injured and people who've been downtrodden or hurt. There are far too many maybes, just as much as whatever it is we're going to find in with the Howler. We need to choose one or the other. And if we're going to argue over it, let's just vote. There are 5 of us.
My apologies, Leland. I didn't mean to interrupt. And you have the right to it.
No, my vote is.
Okay, so the answer to the previous question is if they take the carriage and they travel uninterruptedly. For example, they don't stop off in Coursera to see what the false Hydra left behind. That will take 5 days.
And this confirmation of this airship, is it been available? Us was described as flying away.
Yes, so it is flying to the actual west, because you guys saw it coming across to your side of the river. So where it is on the map right now is pretty much where it is. Right, yeah, you guys are on.
So it's
It's taking a bit of a. It's taking a bit of a trip out there.
We know presently still flying.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Trelawney says.
Yes.
So as far as we know, Trelawney has decided to screw it and she's going.
Or at least getting away out of ballista range. That's as much as you can assume.
Is there no other way to get a message to Trelawney?
I could try. I could try to fly through the ship myself. I could try and take the amount of time it would take before we enter the howler to go and fly to the ship myself and assess the situation.
Alright, well, I guess we have a vote on our hands first. Connor's vote is to get
I can do
Rafford.
ascending.
Like
At least then we can find
like a
what's
message.
happening, sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to count the words.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm not Jester, but I can be useful sometimes, guys.
You are always useful. $25 words or less.
So I guess you guys need to just vote and decide what we're doing then.
No. Sending messages makes more sense. We need, as much as this is time sensitive, the sooner we get a message to the ship, the sooner we know what's happening and can get them to turn around and get to where we need them.
So send the single.
Yes, I believe sending the message first and foremost would be our
Well, we
best
should
play.
probably decide what we're doing first before we know what message to send.
But we want to
Also-
know what exactly is going on with the ship. But presently we don't know. Presently, as far as we know, this captain has up and left us.
Yes, I have the feeling that would not be the case.
The Hawk
I
did
don't know.
also tell us that they were just moving away.
I don't know. If I was a pirate in possession of a skyship and suddenly my...
But you're
was
not.
free.
That you aren't the pirate.
Neither is the
You hardly
captain.
know anything about any of us at all, honestly.
Lulu gives Connor a hard look and stands.
Oh, good, you're leaving. This is more than kind. Thank you for staying. This was a good to have company again. And luckily, I didn't have to play nothing. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Guy just
He
bows
grabs
to
a muffin
him
and
and
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah,
And,
he takes a bit of a frustrated bow as well.
And remember to
And
burn.
follows Sky.
Oh, good. Yes.
Burn
Remember.
the frog, got it.
Yes, if you can find it. And he eyes the raven suspiciously. A raven sort of looks at him.
Jim, Hercules, come.
Oh, good. I like the man. He had a very shiny head. I do like shiny things.
Yes,
You
I'm
like
sure
a whole
you
lot
do.
of things that I don't know about, apparently.
Indeed, I am an evil mastermind.
Now,
Once everybody's
shall we
left,
decide where we're going?
Before that, Lulu will stop Connor before exiting. Is this working together?
I don't think there's a lot of working together. I don't think there ever has been a lot of working together.
You've been with us for how many days now?
What, 3, 4?
And after everything that we talked about yesterday, this is when how you want to start your day?
Is it not preferable to get an ally before possibly lost forever?
So we're losing the ally
How is gonna
forever
be,
when I came up with an idea that could have gotten it. I'm not saying my plan is
Problem
foolproof.
how are we going to catch? We don't know at this point in time if we can even catch up with them. Where's the ship?
Is Sky just sending words to, I don't know, the
I don't know,
clouds?
how much can you trust this captain? You've known her longer than me. I've known her all of, 3 days? I'm just saying, if I were her, and I see the opportunity to have a ship, somebody else is not on board, great.
All I see is the opportunity of you isolating yourself even more.
Well, if that's how the creature sees it.
This is how I'm seeing it, Connor. After everything we've done, everything, you're gonna throw it away for this.
I'm not throwing anything away.
It seems like you are.
I'm fighting for my convictions. Man
Which are
languishing
what?
in prison.
Yes.
There's a man languishing in prison to get him out. We need him as well. He is an asset.
Nobody said he wasn't.
This doesn't. It seems to me that the urgency is to go and raid this howler, which yes is interesting, but it's still going to be there tomorrow. It's been there for the past 1,000 odd years. It's going to be there for the next 1,000 odd years. It's gone at the end of the day.
You're willing to risk 3 tieflings going into a prison in this town. After
And they know
everything
the risks
Lilith's
when they
told
go
us,
into any other fight, do they not?
after everything Lilith's told us and what you've seen of this place,
Everybody knows the risks when they go into any fight that we go into. Normally, I mean, let's not talk about the monster we fought yesterday, which we had absolutely no idea what it was. But nonetheless, into any sort of fight, we know the risks. We know what we're walking into in terms of death, possibility thereof.
so you're saying the
Not the same
prison's
thing.
just another walk in the park.
I'm saying the prison is just another fight, another challenge, and that we'll overcome it.
With
Hanging-
all
getting
the
hung
things
up
we have
over-
standing in our way.
Again, we go
You're the
into
only human
fights.
amongst the 5 of us. You. They know what I
You
am.
think I won't get hung as a traitor to them? Walking in there fully expecting that if this goes south, I'm a dead man. I'm doing it to save a life. A very valuable one to our cause. You know what?
Follow him out if he's walked ahead of me. I'm not saying
Down
anything
the
further.
he's pretty livid.
Yeah, no, Lilu's not saying a word.
Alright, so as most of you exit, Rodak and Tusa also come wandering out with dead hair and a donut in hand. And Rodak's like, "What's up with the wizard man? He kicked us out."
He didn't kick us out. We simply decided to leave him. We we've leached on his hospitality long enough.
Okay. Fine. Also, at which point, several unseen servants. Oh no, unseen servants. Yes, that's right. Why does it sound wrong? So ghostly apparitions, who maintain this magical mansion, appear with a giant, monstrous, decapitated head. And Mordenkainen says, "Oh, please take this. You
Lilo will
left
take
it.
it with Effie.
Yeah. Good, because it will be expelled into the ether once I collapse the mansion. You all took your toothbrushes and whatnot, right?"
Yes, I believe we have all our belongings on us.
Excellent.
Thank you for your kindness and for helping us to save the most thick-headed person that I know.
That's not very nice. Oh, you don't mean me.
He gives Mordenkainen a little bow. He's like, and we all thank you with everything we have for your kindness and hospitality. You did much for us.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. He follows you out. You also realize he's wearing fluffy slippers, but instead of bunnies, they're beholders. So like fluffy beholders with lots of eye bubbles. And
I want them.
he leads you out. Each of you walking through the door. Let's eat. Lilu and Ethne walk out with a monster head dripping everywhere. He takes his slippers out of the way. He says, "Oh, thank you. Happy adventures, and good luck with your planning. And well, I'm off to see my apprentice. Thank you very much." And he closes the door. And just as the door closes, the sound of it slamming, it's gone. You just see forest all around you. It's early morning. You're now in the forest of sleeping giants outside Folchester. His head was very shiny, says Hercules.
A kind yet mysterious fellow he is.
Now, shall we not waste any more time and vote, like you said, on what we are supposed to do now?
Yes, I believe so. I believe we should waste no more time. I put my vote towards Lilu's plan. We let the carriage take off, and we let him relay our ambush.
This guy is just silently seething.
I've already said my piece.
Sky, roll a D100.
Oh. First roll of the
Yes.
session.
You're fine.
Oh,
I'm fine? What does that mean?
I don't like the sound of that.
you see it so hard Connor dies.
You see so hard that Mordenkaiden's cottage falls down again.
The poor man.
He gets pulled back from the ether.
Yes.
And another thing.
One more thing.
Whoa. Oh, one more question, someone.
Yeah, to be fair, as you guys leave, Teresa would go, and just as the door was about to slam, Mr. Wizard, I have a question. And then the door slams.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry, Richard, that's the best I can do. That's what I figure you would do. So, sorry, carry on.
Lilo has the best plan. It has the least fallback on us, and it allows us flexibility. It also means we don't have to flee when we have a whole fight ahead of us.
At which point,
Before we can do anything, though, we need to figure out where the ship is.
so if you guys are saying that, behind you, Rodak is swearing as he's digging through his bag of holding. I don't believe it. All the silverware wasn't even real.
Wow.
It's disappeared.
I'm sorry for your loss, Jack.
Well, it wasn't my loss.
So,
Anyways.
sending. Do I ask
Yes.
them to double back and meet us on the other side? They could come around the forest.
Tell Trelawney to come back, to steer the ship back, and look for me in the skies.
I don't think you should be flying out there free.
No, I don't think so either.
It doesn't make any sense for you to be flying out there.
But I can send the sending and send her Gillies and Jum, and they could lead them back to us. At least lead them around, away from the ballistas and to the other side.
Yeah. Very well then.
You could, I guess, you could tell them to stop at the hills around the cemetery.
Sorry, I'm typing the message.
Oh, you can count it for hilarity.
We're gonna write it first and then count.
Yes.
Okay. At which
You
point,
can revise it as necessary.
I need. Let's make it free to roll an insight check for me.
There.
3.
Oh boy.
Oh, wonderful.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
I don't like. What game are you playing?
Me,
What game are you playing here?
D&D,
I mean, yes, but you know what I mean.
5th edition. While we're still allowed to make stuff up.
Okay, so I'm just asking her to meet us by the hills, by the cemetery, and wait for us. Anyone else have anything to add?
Any information or an update might not be a bad idea.
Yes. Yes. An update, maybe a head count, just to be safe.
On our way to the ship, we should probably get back to Echo. I don't know what he's been doing in the bar. Meanwhile, we've been doing our things.
Oh.
Okay, just for the record, Lilith, you succeeded on that insight check.
Huh.
All by yourself.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19,
I
20.
don't believe anything too drastic can happen to Echo there. I trust in the people who run the place.
Well, do you remember the last time we left him alone on the ship?
Last time we left him alone, he was on the ship. This time,
Okay, 24 words.
Okay.
actually, I see a point.
Add a final word. Come on. You don't have to use them all, but do it.
Muzzle top.
Add a please.
Okay.
Add please at the end.
Okay, please read your
So,
message
I guess
for those
we-
3. Sorry, Lilith. What do you want to say?
So I guess we should explore the Howler pretty quickly and then get Echo and then return to the ship. By the time we are done with the Howler and we get Echo there, probably around the cemetery, and we can try to follow the carriage that has our prisoner.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds like the best plan available to us.
Okay, so please read the message for the benefit of the stream.
Captain, please move the ship to the hills by the cemetery and wait for us. What is your status and what has been happening? Muzzle top.
And she would be
Hopefully,
like,
Trelawney
"Hills,
doesn't think that's someone's name.
Okay, you get a response immediately, which you'll have to tell the rest of the group. Well, I mean, it's there. You can read it.
Roger that. We are safe. We went west to avoid bolts of death. Who did you piss off? Mouse is currently rolling her eyes. Banana.
I see Trelawney was also 1 under the word count.
Okay.
Okay, so I will relay this to the group, and a small smile does manage to make itself known on her face, despite her seething.
He gives a warm little smile. It's like, so I suppose we can safely say that the ship plan is a go.
Well, let's not waste any more time then.
Right.
Just to confirm, the plan is
We take the ship.
Howler.
We wait. We go to the Howler, and while we wait for
Okay.
Ratford to begin to be carried away, and then
Okay.
we take the ship and ambush the carriage.
okie dokie. So you make your way through the forest using Tusa's expertise of nature. I'm just gonna say that because it's Tusa's thing, man.
Yep.
With the barbarians carrying the head of the defeated Flagonflark. It's slow going, but eventually you emerge as a tree moves out of the way helpfully to reveal the Howler, a multi-story. Let me put it. It's a tall pyramid made of stone, overgrown with plants and vines. You basically enter seeing it from this side, right? Okay. So let's move the group there.
If you still have to explain some stuff, then you can go ahead.
All right. So it is unmarked. There's no druidic. There's no carvings, save for in the center of this base there is a door shape. It is completely blank, only with a pyramid recess in it, perfectly fitting the key that you acquired from around the deceased Flagonflark's neck.
Well, is everyone ready?
Yes, I want to be.
I
But
will.
as everybody is walking towards this door, Bree will put a hand on Sky's shoulder and just kind of stop her. He's like, before we enter, can I just say something?
Sure.
While we're in there, just promise me you'll not do anything reckless. There'll likely be traps and monsters in there, just like the last ruin. And I saw Dirk while we were fighting the Flagonflark. You flew dangerously close. And if anything were to happen to you, because I was not in a position to help, I don't know what I would do with myself. Just
I made a mistake, and I shouldn't have gone in on my own. And I will try to be careful, but if it means that one of you is safe, I will do what I have to do.
And I return the sentiment. If it could mean any of you could be saved, I would throw myself in the line of fire. But enough with that. Enough with that talk. Just please. He gives a warm smile. Please just stay safe. And any traps we find, leave them to me. I'll try. I'll try my hardest to resolve it. Wait, all of us roll investigation? Or?
Just Connor, please.
Okay.
She just gently touches it. I will do my best, I promise.
He seems relieved. Gives a warm smile as he hugs her one last time.
I will turn to everyone before they do this. I don't want to go in here while we're all worked up. We need to be... we need to do our absolute best, and we need to have each other's backs. We can't do that fighting. I understand that we don't agree on how we need to move forward. She will walk over to Connor. But we're here now. We're doing everything we can. And we just have to take it one thing at a time. Please.
Look, I disagreed with particularly everything there for my own personal conviction reasons, but doesn't mean I'm going to let anyone get hurt in here through inaction on my part. You can rely on me.
I'm not saying that you are going to not have my back. I just don't want to go in there upset with each other and worried because we're fighting. Please. Just give him big doe eyes.
Don't worry about me. I'm as focused as a razor. Don't let my irritations distract.
Alright.
Okie dokie. So you have this doorway in front of you. There's this indentation perfectly the right shape for the key you found. Other than that, there's no inscriptions. And I need an insight check from Connor.
Why do I feel like something is following us or with us and none of us are noticing it?
It's because all the moving trees just conveniently blocking the view of something.
And isn't it weird that the one person with the +10 inside isn't being asked to roll inside?
Yeah,
No, this is strictly to Moen stuff.
Yeah, so I need everybody else to please roll perception for me.
Okay.
Connor, you have heard some talk of the Builder. It is either a individual or a group or a cult or sect or whatever that is responsible for the creation of the obelisks throughout Dyrecinder. That is as much as you know.
Okay, just to maybe get a better result, I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. Just to give it a little
Already
boost.
using the cards.
Just a small boost.
Shit. Okay. So, and he's going to point at these very faded and overgrown, moss-covered inscriptions. I'll pick at it a little bit, clear it up a little bit. Okay, cool. So this here, that means gauntlet. That means builder. Gauntlet of the builder. Everyone following me at this point? I don't know what this picture class even is.
Yes, I follow.
So basically the same as the gauntlet that we ran last time with
Yeah.
Tusa.
Except that in my studies, the builder is affiliated with all these obelisks that have been showing up all over.
So hopefully we will find something more inside.
Yes, but gauntlet usually means probably a series of traps.
Well, it won't be any different to what we faced last time.
Yeah. It'll be just another day.
Do you not want to do it then?
I totally want to go in there. I am totally going in there until there's light, in which case I'm going to turn around and walk out.
Good to know. Note to self. Connor will not help against blight. She says
That was
with a smirk.
completely sardonic. You know he's terrified of the
Okay,
blight. You'll stand.
She's just teasing him.
As they're doing that little conversation, Free just jolts his hand up and says, "Wait," just to get their attention. And he points into the trees, like there was something there, something that looked like a dog. I looked away for a moment, and I look back. It's gone.
Must have been terror pissing against the tree.
No, Tara is right there beside you.
Let's wander off and do these things, you know. I mean,
Connor!
When a man has to go, a man has to go.
Excuse me, Minehead, I can hear you.
I know you can hear me. I'm sure you can back me up, yeah. I mean, if you gotta go, bro, just go.
I went in against the couch in that magnificent mansion.
Connor, with all due respect, please, just...
Lilu, can you sense anything?
I know what I saw.
How far away is the spot that Free pointed to?
So it would be like the closest tree. It's about 20 feet back.
Lilu will shift and go towards the tree and see if she can spot any tracks or sniff out whatever was there.
Survival check, please. I like survival checks. It's been a while.
Give me 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Sorry. Oh, come on, internet.
Oh, that is
I
helpful.
will give her guidance.
Okay, so
With my advantage. You know what? I'm going to use my card because why not?
okay.
And guidance.
And
That's
guidance. Ooh, what
Such
am I
a
doing?
good time to use a card before you enter a dungeon.
Of course. D4, right?
Absolutely.
So
Where-
12.
Where is the card?
There.
It is, to the right.
Oh, I see it. It's a red wagon.
It's the red
Wagon.
dragon. Wow.
Wed way.
Red wagon.
Okay. So,
19.
you excuse me. You follow where Free pointed. You sniff around. You check for traps. You know all the sights and sounds of the all around you here. Because the trees move so much, the ground is continually tilled and fresh. So, if something was here recently, it would have left tracks. There are no tracks whatsoever. No smell of anything. No. Nope. You can smell the forest. You can smell that head you've been carrying around. But you cannot smell any dog other than Terra.
Terra do a sniff.
Terror tells you that he can strongly smell that head you're carrying around, which Ethne is holding by herself.
I'm gonna send him to go have a sniff by this tree.
Kind of
as well.
Okay.
call out to Lulu. People kind of call out to Lulu. Is there anything over there?
She turns back, her eyes still glowing, shakes her head, palms up. I didn't see or smell anything.
Although now you smell Connor. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's fault out your friend. You smell Terror relieving himself against the tree, and he goes back proudly to Connor. Mine hair. I have done it. It is now my tree.
Did you smell first?
Yes. Nothing. That was nobody's tree, but now it is mine.
He kind of just turns his head, looking back and forth between Terror, Lilu, and the trees. He saw the dogs, and he's like, "But I swear, I know what I saw."
Sky will
Maybe
just
just
gently squeeze his hand and say, well, whatever it is long gone.
Maybe you just had something in your eye. Connor says, tapping his
He
empty
kind of gives an unamused glare at Connor and just sighs.
So anyway, are we gonna do this? She holds up the permit.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
We are not
yes.
even in the dungeon and we are already freaked out. Can we just go?
Just puts the thing in the door.
Yes.
Okay.
This one she's just like,
Yes. We've wasted enough time, my friends. We enter it now, or not at all.
All right. So you place the pyramid in there. It fits perfectly. It fits so perfectly that the door is now perfectly flat. The seam around it glows a bright blue color. Roger that. a bright blue color, the same as the precursor tears you found in the other dungeon. Designs flow up from the door, and it splits down the middle. The pyramid along with it, as the heavy stone slabs slide open. First thing you notice is the sound of rushing, running water. You get a stale water smell, kind of like a fish tank that's not been cleaned in months. And
So my home state of Louisiana.
yes, it smells like Louisiana. And that's going to be a description going forward.
I can imagine it already.
Okay. For us, it smells like a back of a bus. All right. So the first thing you see is an entranceway. The ceiling's about 15 feet high. It's vaulted. There are pillars ahead of you, and a pool of water constantly churning, not far in, about 15 feet from the entrance. But right in front of you, as the doors open, a skeletal remains of something slumps. You have the idea that it was leaning against the wall when it expired, and it crumples. It appears... Oh, no, actually, if you want to know what it is, you have to investigate. But it's a dead person.
Definitely investigating. I want to see if I can figure out how it died.
Oh my god.
Natural 20. Okay, so it's a medicine check for everybody else. Okay, but I'll take that natural 20. So, as somebody with an interest in archaeology knows, this is what is known in your profession as a failed archaeologist.
Poor bastard.
Yeah.
Dr. Jones, I presume.
The Jones, no.
Okay, so between the two of you, you determined that this used to be a dwarf. He is still wearing plate mail. He is carrying a hammer, which is now rusted and almost beyond use. It wasn't magical to begin with. He is... sorry. Bits of his beard are still attached. He is quite... what do you call it? Decomposed. But you're guessing about a month worth of decomposition.
Does he have anything on him that might identify him? I mean, like, was he from Broomfest? If he was from Cindersand University, I don't give a shit.
Okay. So based on his equipment, he's got bags with pitons in it. There is a lock picking kit. He's more like a tomb raider than an academic. But as you go through his things, you find that there is a brass coin, very green. That seems to be the only currency he has on him. A single greening brass copper coin. It's copper, not brass. Yes.
We need that coin. We've been picking up the coin.
I think we all have an idea of what this thing is.
Also, there is what appears to be a single raven feather in one of his pockets.
Okay, so grab the coin, grab the feather.
Hmm.
Do feathers, so I'll give the feather to Sky.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm bird.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
She can't take it. She wants it though. She like snatches it from you, but she's like, "Is it because I'm a bird?"
No, seriously, I'll keep it. Otherwise, I mean, Lilu's been going through my quills like crazy. I'm gonna need another one.
Oh, and she like tries to grab it from him, but she's really short, so she like tries to jump.
Free with his height will grab the feather.
Right.
I wasn't holding it out of reach. I give her the feather.
Okay. So, Sky, as soon as you touch the feather bursts into flames. It is a quick spark, not hot, and holding in your hand, you have a journal.
Oh. How about that? Okay.
I open the journal.
Okay, so you sort of page through it quickly. There's some writing with a lot of corrections on it. It's somebody's diary, but the last half of it has been torn out really roughly. But you can read the pages. Just bear with me.
I will definitely read the pages.
Okay, so in your journal, there should be things appearing now under important documents. So handouts first, and then important documents.
There's no important. Wait. I see.
There should be 4 of them.
The journal entries.
Yes, that's it.
There's 2 of them.
Yes, it's
There's
2.
number 3.
It's coming one by one.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Entry 1.
Okay. What does everybody do?
I suppose I'll pop a coin. I have an interest in all things.
All right.
How dark
try.
is how dark is the interior of your temple?
The only light you have is the light coming in from daylight outside.
Not so. My swords are showing a lot of bright light.
Oh, I do stand under correction. I will add it to the thing. Bright light. How far does the bright light go?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Lilith shall look on the walls of the Howler, try to find some druidic writing.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely be doing the same kind of thing. So I'll assist with that.
All right. So investigation checks from the both of you. You should be seeing a new map. Tell me if you can see nothing.
Oh my god, I'm rolling terrible today.
Oofy. Oof.
Oh no. Actually,
Let's hope I do better in combat.
I am proficient in investigation. Can I provide help action there?
I would say next time warn me ahead of time.
Okay.
No worries. Okay, so
No worries, Connor got this.
between the two of you,
Yeah.
Yes.
so looking just in this entrance hall, so okay, this is the door that just opened. This is, can you guys see, by the way?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the churning water. It seems to be dipping in the middle from both sides. It's rushing towards something like a waterfall or something. There are 4 pillars here, sort of blocking your way a little bit. There is a doorway all the way on the other side, slightly shrouded in darkness. But the walls are bare, much like the door you saw. It's completely smooth.
Oh my god.
Is this by design or wear and tear?
It doesn't look like it's worn down. It looks like it's made to be perfectly flat. In the Ember Keeper and stuff, they had sort of worn edges. Here, the edges are clean and pristine. No writing on them at all. Just plaster. But if you were to venture further in, there might be more.
Don't throw anything in the churning pool.
We will take the first step into the room. Just kind of survey it. It's like, is there anything at all other than this churning pool? Like, is there
Okay.
anything on the walls, anything on the floors?
So, from this vantage point, you can see that there is actually some faint markings over here. Oh, I'm on the wrong there. Yeah, faint markings over there. And there is a doorway down here.
Okay, just give me a second. Where are the doorways?
So
There's a doorway
here,
down here.
down, and then there is like a step up to a doorway over way at the end of this thing.
Oh wait.
Markings. Say away.
So the markings are here.
Okay, she's just gonna stop everyone for a second here. This journal, it seems like whoever wrote it went through this dungeon. And there are some clues as to what we might be facing.
Is that now? He kind of walks back over, looking at the journal curiously.
Firstly, whatever you throw into the churning pool at the entrance never comes back. Fun fact. Don't throw anything into the churning pool.
And don't jump into the churning pool.
Makes sense.
There is a concealed door to the north, but they couldn't seem to have made it budge. They tried magic, brute force, lockpicks, nothing. The person seems to think that there might be something somewhere to press or pull to open it. Is anyone able to find a concealed door?
I could take a look around and see what I can find.
Pick these markings.
All right.
That's not something else.
So carefully navigating around that edge of the thing, the pool churning. What? All right. So there does appear to be a concealed door over here, but the markings are faint. There is a hole about like a 5 rand coin size hole. Looking through it, there's nothing. It's just darkness. But above it, in the faintest, finest writing you've ever seen in any of these ruins, it says, "The comets land and reveal the way."
Comets.
Secret keepers.
At which point, Rodak, somewhere in the background, goes, "Oh no."
And Lily, these coins, do they have any markings on it? I mean, is it like white at this one that you found? Do you have anything on it?
It seems to be an old, very low denomination coin. It's probably worth half a copper nowadays. But something about it seems too shiny. Something seems slightly magical about it.
Oh no.
Does it have any markings on it?
So it's got the old Bank of Dyrecinder's markings on there. It's about 50, 55 years old.
Okay, but that's about 5,000 years too young. for
Yes.
this place.
Yes.
Connor, the journal does say that they had coins on them that was given to them by a Mr. Grimaldi, and it sounds like some sort of summoning or something, a way to get hold of him.
Okay, so hearing that name, Free just kind of, well, goes back from his little investigations, like, okay, run that by me again. Did you say Grimaldi?
Yes, they met 3 people. Grimaldi, Fitzgerald, and she pages back through the journal to try and find the other name.
Barring
And
the...
Ivor.
Okay. Ivor was the man that I sent to the towers to check on the people who wait for me there, and he still hasn't gotten back. And Grimaldi, barring those of you who joined us later on the road, Grimaldi is the one who sent us all these letters asking for us to meet in Maytorn.
Yes, Lulu told me something about that.
Yeah. Lilith, he kind of yells out across me like, Lilith, you remember that, right?
Yes, this Grimaldi was the reason we all even met each other. The
Well, he
reason
seems
we
to
are
be
even together.
he seems to be the one that sent these people on their journey to this place. They were
But I
supposed to
don't.
come in and out and retrieve 3 things.
But I don't understand where evil falls into that, because he was in Colossia. He seemed just to be some pickpockets. At least that's what I thought. That's what I saw.
Has anyone found any ancient druidic script on the walls?
Wait, actually, the third name, it was Fitz something. Fitz something. Does that name?
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, does that name ring a bell? Because off the top of my head, I don't. That name. Fitzgerald. Yeah, Fitzgerald. Does that name ring a bell?
Make an insight check.
Oh my god.
13. It's on the tip of your tongue, but you're not sure.
You
Not
know
quite.
Commander Drake? She looks at
Yeah.
all of you.
You do as well.
Slightly, but yes,
That-
I would say so.
That is Grimaldi. This is all... Okay, let's focus on the task at hand. We can unpack the information that we're being given after we have not died. Alright.
Lilu remains at the doorway, listening, but kind of keeping watch. And she just turns slightly and mentions over her shoulder. They're all secret keepers. Those coins we can use to contact Commander Drake.
I think Free might not have been too wrong when he thought he saw a dog. These people said that they saw a black dog following them, and it found its way into the dungeon with them as if following them.
She nods, continues to keep an eye out.
Comets fall and reveal the way. Connor is musing to himself.
Which one Rodak says they could mean anything, right?
Do I know of a spell of some kind or anything like that that might be anyway
I have
affiliated with the Comet's
something.
fall?
This place also used to pull. This place also used to pull celestial bodies from the sky, according to rumor. Didn't it?
Yes, it did.
So what's a small comet? I imagine if they pulled an actual comet down from the sky, this place would be pretty leveled.
Perhaps we should have kept the thing that was in your head, says Triley.
Well, if it would make me smarter, maybe.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant because, you know,
Okay.
something weird.
No.
Let's down this corridor.
So, at the end of the corridor, there are what appears to be 2 steps that look very obviously like pressure plates, and a solid wall that looks like it's got lots of scrape marks on it, as if it's been raised and lowered many times.
Okay. She just stops everyone for a second. Let's just put our heads together. I'm going to read you this little bit.
Okay, as you say that, there is a click and a churn, and the doors to the dungeon steadily start closing.
Who touched something?
Excuse me?
Who touched something?
Guy just stands there with the journal like, it wasn't me.
Where I'm standing on a pressure plate.
No.
Rule number 1 about exploring ancient dungeons: don't touch nothing.
Wait,
This-
who touched... Lilith, did you step on the pressure plate?
No. She did not.
Oh.
It's
okay.
It's a timing
Okay.
thing.
Free will rush to the door and wait.
I've
Only-
got a crowbar.
I gave Aethne
Poor
a
Jim.
quarterstaff plus I gave Aethne a quarterstaff plus one I had. Can Aethne try and put that like sideways in the door as it's closing to maybe try and stop it?
Okay.
I don't think that's going to work.
I
Okay.
don't think it'll work either, but it's all I have.
So
It's the only idea I got.
she puts
Crowbar?
I said Jim. Is the crowbar Jim?
No,
Okay.
it's a crowbar.
Okay. But anyway, so Ethne quickly puts the quarterstaff down. The wood groans.
Can
Lilu,
I
you're
try to
the
grab it before it breaks? And I'm going to try to look in this recess that I'm standing in
yeah.
if there is a pyramid-sized indent as it to open from the inside.
So currently the pyramid is split down the middle and is part of the door. If you go inside, so sorry, this is the door. So where Sky and Free and everybody is, this is inside. Where you are is outside.
I will duck inside.
Duck. Okay. On the inside, as it closes, there is no indent or anything.
Where's the key?
It's part of the door now.
Was absorbed into the door.
Okay, completely absorbed.
You'll
Yes.
you'll
And
hear a few hear a few strikes of flint as Free is lighting a torch.
Again, bright
Eventually, but that only does so much.
Was Lilith able to read? So you guys did read the script, right? That's the whole thing about the comets.
yeah, that's all there is.
Yeah.
Okay, you were going to read something. I rudely interrupted you with peril.
I want to just read this page to everyone. We can put our heads together and see if we can make sense of it. If that's all right.
Yes, I suppose. We have little else to do.
Okay, so before we got to the rest, we did some exploring. Past the coin-eating pool, there's a set of pressure plates. Not much of a puzzle, really. It just needs 2 people or heavy things to keep the door open. So, I'm assuming that's how we open the door. Tiberius suggests that is a security feature. That's just one of the people in this story. Someone else figured it was to keep the Mankey water in the next room. I kind of think they were both right in a way. We left heavy rocks to weigh it down. The last thing we want is to get trapped here. So the pressure plates keep the door open. And hopefully keep the water in the next room. Question mark?
Well, I suppose before we venture off into the other room, we leave something to hold those pressure plates down.
Yes, you
The
will.
room beyond is big, really big. Vaulted ceilings, the works. That's if you get the torches burning. The place is so dark it's hard to tell if you have your eyes open or not. Once we sorted the light situation, we discovered 14 obelisks. Massive, standing silently. Each of them has a different mark on them. No idea what they mean. Not only that, but there are 3 massive artificial people standing guard, all neatly in a row, covered in cobwebs and dust. They aren't like the claymen in the town. These are armored in some strange metal that we've never seen before. It doesn't seem to rust, and it has a funny blue tinge to it. Someone suspects it's some old dwarven material. No one else could come up with something so fine. I'm sure it could be worth a lot of money, but we weren't brave enough to pry it off one of these juggernauts. Last thing we want is to wake them and get squished. There's water
Glad you're enjoying
cascading
it.
down. Sorry. There's water cascading down from the ceiling. The source must be a level above. Not sure how they managed that. This runs down channels on the side of the chamber. They seem to run all over the place, driving wheels and all sorts of clever contraptions. We must try and figure this out in the morning. We keep getting the sense that there are things watching us from the shadows. Don't know if it's dust or something, but we're all feeling paranoid. There is a hidden door to the south. That's Child's Play. This also turns out to be a great place to put up camp. Yes.
Taking all of that in, where does that leave us?
Okay. Has anyone been able to find any latch or anything for the hidden door?
As you guys are exploring, there is a little bit of a crack in the door here. It doesn't seem to be locked.
I can see it. Can I
Okay.
see through?
Yes. Then you can open it. I will open it fully so it works properly. There we go.
I take a peek. What I
Okay, so inside
turn back.
there are 4 large tanks filled with formaldehyde or something. The third one, if you count from the bottom, this one is broken apart as if something burst free and was released. Excuse me. So the top tank, if you go from top to bottom, that's the northern one, contains what appears to be another, yet slightly smaller, flagon flark. It seems to have lots of scratches on it as if somebody was trying to break this one open. But then there's the broken one, and then there is what appears to be an aboleth. And then there is one of those flutter prone things, those flying scorpion monsters that are in the lake. But moving in that tank around it is a black ooze.
What?
Burn it.
Can you repeat that louder for the kids in the back, please?
On this wall, on the eastern wall, it is covered in druidic writing, which Lilith will understand, and I'm going to copy you what that says, and I would. So I'm going to give this to Lilith, and also Connor. I would give it to Tusa, but not Tusa today.
I'm just
If you're out there, mate, hope you're alright. Okay. You can share with the class if you want to.
She reads it out loud. And so the breeder gifted onto us 4 of its specimens, so we might better understand what we might build to keep our people safe. They are here as warning, as blueprint, and as example. Should the need arise, 2 with the stain of Turanduru may place themselves upon each platform and free the beast. Okay, so the pressure plates up there might free these things.
No, so in this room here, so there is evidence of...
Oh, no, these.
Yeah, these, yeah. But there is also evidence of somebody camping out here for a while.
From my studies, what do I know of the breeder? Do I know anything of the breeder?
You need to make a insight check for this one. With advantage.
Can I make it? Can I also make an history check?
Yes, you can.
Is that a yes, I can to history?
Lilu, no stand.
Yes, for
Guy takes
please.
Lilu's hand.
Yes for history.
Yes for history. Yes for history. Yes for history. Sorry, too many questions at the same time.
I will add a card to that.
Okay. Ooh, nice card. One for free.
Yeah. Oh, I know that person. They're such a legendary figure.
Well done.
Many great stories.
Okay. So, Lilith, you don't like the sound of the breeder. You get the sense that they maybe make monsters. Connor, you have heard mention of the breeder, especially in that dungeon you were in before. Crap. Sorry, I need to double.
And flashbacks.
It's helicopters. Napalm in the morning. Everything. Okay, sorry. Just gonna not tell you the word. Okay, yes. So, the one you were at mentioned quite a few names, and none of them were in context and you didn't understand, but breeder and builder were definitely part of that equation. Breeder maybe was not as positive as the builder in terms of connotation.
And we know that there's blue box, aka maybe good, and black box, aka maybe bad.
Yes.
We have builder, aka maybe good, and breeder, apparently not so good.
I was
Pretty much.
literally typing that. I was like, damn it, you said it before I could do the words.
It's quicker to just say it.
Okay.
I'm still busy fussing and figuring out the comet thing.
I'm still trying to think of that one and I was all fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the whole thing because I was reading, so I have no idea how to help.
But
What
the
is that thing? I'll read it.
comet thing, each time you guys mention that, like Rodak's like, it could mean anything. Also, Lilith, you get the impression that the Flagenflark you fought, say that 3 times fast, probably escaped from this broken tank.
Yeah,
That was what I was gonna say too.
Okay, Lilo, as you ask about his staff, he tells you to fuck off.
Vordak, now is not the time. We need the help.
It's a whole
You have any,
size of a
please?
copper coin, and his staff is how wide exactly?
It's
Diameter?
not the size, it's how you use it.
But would it fit Snake?
I have no idea, I won't check. I like it too much.
Vordak!
Rodak, how about this?
I will pay you to put your stuff. God, that sounds so bad.
Phrasing. Phrasing?
Yes, rephrase, please.
I will pay you. There's no way I could say this without
The
it
second
sounding
I was
dirty.
also thinking about it, I was like, how do you rephrase this? Vordak,
Put your staff in the glory hole.
Ah, guys.
How
I didn't take on it. Oh,
did we find ourselves here? Every time.
But seriously,
Everyone down
Vordak,
the
put
path.
yourself in the hole.
How much are you going to pay me?
1,000 gold pieces.
I don't have that kind of cash on me. You know,
I've got 700.
Does he take the, Cindershan Express?
Okay, guys.
Lulu
Guys.
stops everyone
Yes.
and pulls a rather heavy-looking gold crown from her bag of holding.
Ooh.
Will this do?
Why are we paying
Make
this
a
guy?
persuasion check.
Oh my god. Can I help her?
Just mob him.
Make a
Stop.
persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah.
Lulu is not charismatic, people. We know this.
Maybe I should persuade him. Vordak, look at this really lovely crown.
He's not a cat.
Yeah, no.
8. No.
Next time, let the board do it.
Yeah.
Lulu
Unfortunately.
continue.
Okay.
He looks
Let's just
looking at
mob
the
him.
tank.
There's mob him and just get the staff and do the thing, and then he can have his staff.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Where-
because
where's
he's not.
Rodak?
I'm gonna say because he's here, don't mob him because that's just gonna be nasty. I think he's gonna be much easier to persuade than I am.
Yes,
Just-
I had the same feeling, but I didn't want to say it.
We convinced Tusa to.
At the minute
Give him a
Tusa
good
goes,
time
honey,
later."
please do it. And then
Yeah.
he'll be like, oh, fine.
Yeah.
He'll say,
Yeah.
for you, dear, I will put my rod anywhere.
Oh, God.
Product,
Really
maybe
tries not
keep
to
your
show
rod
up.
to yourself. You've already done damage.
Someone just make sure that Tusa gets her shots. Or,
It's fine, I'm a healer. I can help.
That doesn't say STD on the spell description. Okay.
I will have to make my own spell. Greater
remove
restoration.
disease, so to do it, right?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. We're going down a rabbit hole we don't need to go down.
We've been already down this rabbit hole well now.
Please, let's carry on.
Please,
Okay.
let's carry on. We are almost out of time.
We have an hour.
All right.
That's not bad.
So, no one let Lilu or Ethne stand on the slabs? She smiles at the two of them.
You don't stand on this thing here.
No one stand on the slabs at all.
Gives
Not
them a-
just then.
Can I check out this ooze tank? It's moving like it's alive, right?
Mhm.
Is the thing that's with it responsive in any way?
No, it'd be dead. You get the idea that perhaps it used to be in the thing that's dead.
tank or the ooze at all respond to the precursor tier that Lilu's activated with its light as well?
No, it seems to be much like some eel in an aquarium just swirling round, trying to find a way out.
Does my light and Hans' knowledge of blight have any intel on this?
So this was a blighted flutter prawn. You don't know if they blighted it on purpose or it came here already blighted. No way to tell, but it was kept here for a long, 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 long time.
So theoretically, it's been sealed in this tank for the past 5,000 odd years since going back to its Samoan. So it
Yes.
was put in there with the, we can assume this obviously that it was put in there with the blight in it.
Yep.
Any
Pretty
other
much.
inscriptions lying around? Anything?
No, just that thing on the wall. That was it. It's kind of...
Based on-
Sorry. Yes.
No, I'm just kind of following a train of thought here. So based on this, they would say, get the full specimens so we can better understand what might build what people say. My thought here is they knew very well that this thing was blighted. They were maybe experimenting with it to see perhaps can they weaponize the blight.
Well, if that's their train of thought, then they were fools.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a given. Well, I suppose eagle eye hindsight. But yeah, I'm wondering. Did any ooze out of the other thing? Called?
The flag and flark. No, that's only one has the ooze in it.
I'm tempted to stab the other two and see any ooze come out.
Please do not.
Please don't do that, Connor.
It will definitely confirm what we're thinking of.
Yes, but perhaps now is not the time.
Fine.
I do agree with Lilu. If there is a way to destroy them, we should, but maybe let's get through the rest of this and we can come back and worry about that. If we have to
Well, we need to
find
come
these
back to-
things now, we might not look so good for the rest of this. And we have to come back this way anyway.
But we're going to have to deal with this bit of light in this thing here.
Oh,
This thing here.
100%. Without a doubt.
But I suppose if it's been stuck in there for the past 5,000 years, it's not going to be going anywhere soon.
Exactly.
Nobody touched the tank.
Says the one trying to touch the tank.
No, I'm just hypothesizing. I would like to open them and see, but I'm not going to do so without, like, without gloves on.
Yeah.
All right.
First.
We
Can
have our
I
eyes.
check-
We have our eyes on you, Caslin.
Can I check
I've got
for
my
this
eye on
door that they were talking about in the journal, the secret door?
This is definitely it.
And can I investigate around the room to see if I find any switches or anything like that? Or is it, or I can surmise it's definitely something like Rodak stuff.
The way Rodak is guarding it is probably Rodak's staff. You will also have to read the 4th entry in your journal for an answer. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, wink. Not talking.
Sorry,
not
I was
done.
still
Yes.
digesting. But, okay.
Yes.
We found something called the comet staff. What's the first line?
Told you, but fine. It's fine. It's all just
Rodak,
filler.
we really need just to put the staff in the hole, then you can have it back.
Okay, fine, but what if it breaks it like the pyramid?
I doubt it
Buy
will.
you a new one?
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Yeah.
He spits in his hand and holds it out.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Guy spits in hers and not and shakes his hand.
Nods his hand. Wow.
Nods his hand, yeah.
How are you gonna pay for that, man?
You're gonna pay him. I'm just agreeing on your behalf.
I was
As
talking
the
about
holder
going
of
to
your
do it.
will. As the holder of your will, I feel like I can agree
Okay,
to this, guys.
take it or I'll change my mind. Why is he Indian? I don't know.
Just take it.
I take the staff. Connor, do you want to do it or am I doing it?
Are you suggesting that I am adept at putting things in holes?
No,
Because then the answer
otherwise.
is
Just fucking do it.
I was gonna say something that was gonna bring you down a few notches, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
just
free-
keep quiet.
free
yes. That's why I quickly interjected before you could.
Free death glares. Just.
All right.
Yes,
Let me do the
yes,
thing.
yes. It's all very funny. We're all adults. Just do.
Okay,
Your
So-
poison a twist.
you
Don't blush free.
place the staff, the silver staff fits in perfectly. It goes all the way in to the knob.
Really?
Sorry, it's got a knob on the end. It's what it,
You had to just do that.
You really have to.
as you
Had to go
do.
all the way there.
Please.
All right.
Someone killed me.
Yes.
Dead.
So as it goes in, the inscription disappears. The wall starts shifting. Bits of dust fall from above as it splits. Staff splits with it, and the door
Oh
opens.
god.
Oops.
And there is a stairwell. No, work with me now. There is a stairwell revealed on the other side. However, there seems to be a greenish force field which is not rendering. So let me just draw in a green force field. There we go.
Can
Green.
I...
Yes.
Does it feel magical?
Yes.
Can I dispel it? With dispel magic.
You can try.
I try dispel magic.
Okay, so you dispel the magic, the barrier shatters. There are several runes on the wall that glow the same blue and recast the barrier.
Oh, so we have to go through like super quick.
No. Well, could this be? Well, could the pressure plates in that corridor be what deactivates this?
The question is also, is it keeping us out or something in?
I would rather not think about that for right now. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
That's not it.
Well,
No.
there's nothing in the journal about this because they weren't, it didn't seem that they were able to open the door. So the question is, do we go the path that we have information on and come back to this, or do we try to push through this?
Well,
Yeah, two unknown variables. walls right now. We don't know exactly what these pressure plates do, and we also, as you said, we don't know if this stuff is holding something in or keeping something out. My bet is that if they were busy with freaking genetic engineering back over here and making weaponized aberrations, then
Keeping
probably
it out of whatever is important in there.
I think it's a combination of both, keeping people out and definitely keeping something in.
So the question is, up or down?
I think it's a moot point. We got to get past it.
I
if it's
can't.
neither?
I can't keep dispelling this barrier for each of us to walk through. I just don't have the firepower for that.
You think?
Well,
Let me try, because what
Hold
if it's neither of those things, and what if it's just
What if we
this is
just
a gauntlet, right? If it's
Yeah.
a gauntlet, and people have already done it, what if there was just another entrance to get to
Well,
the builder's room?
Usually, when you're looking at a trap and such things like this, resetting traps, usually there's a switch or something that turns it off down the line. Before
And
people
those
start
ruins
running
are on
through-
the inside, so Lilu might be right, and we'll find them as we go through.
What I was gonna say is I can walk through walls.
Oh my gosh, Marcel is sitting there like, fucking hell.
yeah.
You could try.
I can go through and I can look for a switch.
All right, well, please don't get hurt.
I will fucking try. No promises.
She punches him in
Seriously.
that arm. That's not very hard,
I'm-
because she's not very strong, but like, the
It's like
point is
I'm
being
trying to
made.
promise this, but it's like I am probably gonna get hurt. Okay, DM, just so you know what I'm talking about. It's
Yes.
this thing.
I cast preemptive guidance on him.
Ethan walk upon reaching level 7. You can start or your turn. You can magically step into the veil between planes as long as you aren't incapacitated. You can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, as well as see and okay, yeah, the ethereal plane is what I'm looking for. The feature lasts a number of rounds equal to yada yada yada. Okay,
4
good.
rounds.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So, are you going to do that?
Way too much for what we need to do. Yeah, I'm walking through the wall, I guess, around this thing to get to that side is where we're trying to be. Right?
Okay, so as the rest of you see Connor phase out, Connor, you can see in the ethereal realm, the walls are covered with runes. But not. They are runes that cast text. Once activated, the walls will have writing on them. Also, you sense in this ethereal realm a very clear presence on the floor above you. There are two entities that seem to exist in the physical world and the ethereal world and communicating to a third place. They are formless and black and large and powerful.
And very, very.
It's probably a good time to tell you about something else that I read in the journal.
And then, sorry.
Look at us sharing things.
You reappear on the other side.
Yeah, guys, just like, by the way,
You're quite all right, Connor.
no.
Well, would you care to explain as to why that is?
There's something upstairs, and it's not very nice. And I'm assuming that it's very blight-like, right?
Oh, yeah. It can't be anything else.
So can you deactivate the force field for that from that side?
Make it-
And they're communicating. And they are communicating.
Oh no, the journal stops when they go through the force field. Well, when they find the force field.
It's not the same force field.
Oh, it's a different. Oh, we're in trouble,
Okay. As for the text, I can see. Could I see a way to activate said text?
Investigate. Oh, the text. No, there's probably a central control room somewhere.
But can you see something that might deactivate the force field?
Investigation.
Remember, you have guidance if you need it.
What does guidance do again?
Plus
D4.
D4.
D4. Okay,
It's not much, but it's honest work.
I don't know if that's gonna help much.
14. Okay, looking around, there's a set of stairs going up to another floor. You can hear very clearly the splashing and running of water coming from upstairs. As for pressure plates, hidden levers, there's nothing you can see in this room at all.
Can I take a good 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to search this place out? Essentially take 10.
Okay. Are you going upstairs, or are you just going to stay here?
Well, I'm gonna search this room thoroughly.
All right.
Good 10 minutes. Bear with me, everyone. I fucking search this
While
place.
he's doing that, these
Yes.
pressure plates, are they the same ones that I read about in the journal?
Yes.
So we need to find 2 heavy things to put on these 2 pressure plates, which will open the door. So can we...
That door would
Is there
be
anything around? They said that they used large rocks. Is there still anything around?
No more rocks at all.
No rocks.
I'm gonna go stand on one of them.
Okay, so you
And
stand.
Although I love the other.
No, well, okay, yeah, okay, you can do that.
Okay, and Sky. Yeah, there we go.
We will just follow closely behind.
Okay, so once you both stand there and the pressure plates click, the door descends. So it goes into the floor. It reveals a space beyond. So firstly, there's a step. Beyond the step, there is water. Green, yucky water, like it's flowing into the churny bit. Anyway, it's...
Water, man. Something about this fucking water.
Alright, so inside what would be a dark chamber, at least that's what Sky was expecting based on what she read in the journal, which she thoroughly read, and what I'm saying now is not a surprise.
I do expect. I just don't want to interrupt you.
Okay, right. There is a obelisk standing right in front of you that is glowing with an orange light. Sorry, with a blue light. Very importantly, a blue light. There is a symbol of a flame on it all across its surfaces. There is another light. This one is orange, coming from further down in this area. The roof is really high, about 70 feet, maybe more. You can see slightly from your vantage point a large metal man, colossus type construct.
Because we don't try to take his clothes, we're okay, guys.
So each of these shapes on the floor is an awkward aerial view of an obelisk, made from the same black obsidian type material that you've seen all over Dyrecinder. This was a room designed to make Richard happy, and he's not even here.
Okay, so this gap of water here, is that like enough to just like take a bit long step over, or do you have to like jump
Yeah,
over it?
yeah, no, you can step over it. It's not very deep. It's about like a foot deep, and it's running to the south. And if you also look in the wall, the water's running down the walls, not like rushing and waterfall like, but like somebody left a bath running over down the side of the bath. That kind of dripping. All of it is green and gunky and not very fresh.
Kind of with whatever space there is left in the hallway, we'll try and step over into the middle room here.
Okay. Okay.
And he'll cautiously stay away from this big iron giant looking thing.
Okay, it seems to be sort of slumped like it's been powered down. Yes.
He'll give a reassuring glance back to the other two tieflings before venturing slightly
Glaring
further
at him,
in.
like hardcore glaring at him because she can't move because then the door closes.
All right. So you also see as you move through, each of the obelisks, much like the flame one at the beginning, has a different symbol carved into it. None of them are glowing. You see one glowing further down, but where you are now, not glowing. This one over here has got paw prints on it. This one over here has got roses on it. This one's got a falling leaf. This one way over here, you must get closer. This one over here has got skulls on it. Okay, as you get closer, this one's gonna get like wispy, wavy lines like smoke on it.
He'll take out his journal and some charcoal, and he'll turn to a new page and sketch each of these little symbols.
Okay.
Corresponds to the other intel we received way back when, the thing on the starting page.
Uh-huh.
That's the actual page.
Thank you. Okay, this one's got mushrooms on it. This one's got a dragon's head on it. Then this one glowing over here in orange light is a fallen tower. This one's got a tree on it. This one's got a stag on it. This one's got a pyramid on it. This one's got a spiral on it. And this one's got a spiral going the other way on it. Down here there are two more metal men. One of them seems to be splattered in some black something, which is first gives you a fright, but you realize it's old, dried blood.
Lovely, he whispers to himself, and he'll point his finger back in the direction of the two tieflings, and he'll message all of this information to them.
The ones that are lit is the flame and the fallen tower.
Okay, do these other two iron giants react at all?
Nope, they are just as deactivated as the others. So there's a passage here. There is another passage here where the water runs into.
Okay. He will message Sky about the exact symbols and all these obelisks, the 3 golems, and the 2 potential passages. He'll in the message will quite nervously point out the dried blood on one of the said golems.
She will
Lilith.
point her finger right back and be like, get back here. Right this minute.
Yes, and he will hurry himself along back there right that minute.
She's still glaring at him.
And he'll take the step over back into the corridor.
Did you find any other kind of writing on the walls or anywhere?
The walls are all flowing with water.
Yep.
If there were, I couldn't see any.
Can I-
No food.
Water,
takes out-
does it seem just like old stagnant water, or does there seem to be something else to it?
Make a medicine check.
And while she is inspecting that water, he will hand his journal to Lilith with all the doodles on the obelisks on them. These were all over these were all over them. Some of them are glowing.
Can she make anything of it? Or any idea of what she can achieve with this information?
So the flame and what else was glowing?
The fallen
The
tower.
tower.
Fallen
Yeah.
tower.
The tower.
And Lilith, you know as much as everybody else on this subject, unfortunately.
The archaeologist is in the next room.
Of course he is.
Yes. Noble /archaeologist /revolutionary /everything else.
And these symbols, do they look like the symbols that we found in the other dungeon? Remember when we found those, like
Yeah,
on our
in the
first
Ember
page, the 7 and the 7?
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it
the
the same?
Ember Keeper ruin.
Yes.
So I'm gonna need everybody to scroll over to that thing on the number 1 page, right?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was asking. Is
Yeah.
it those symbols?
So let me just read them off quickly. There's a flame, there's a pole, there's a falling leaf, there's a tree, there's a stag, there's a pyramid, and a scroll going one way, a spiral. Then there's what looks like smoke, maybe, a rose, a skull, a mushroom, a dragon's head, a fallen tower, and a spiral going the other way.
And we were at the Ember Keeper one, right? Which is the flame, and now it's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
would say
The
that
fallen tower
whatever
is also
the fallen
glowing.
tower is, it has been cleared out or gone through or something like that. Or perhaps I just had a thought. But it's just a theory. I will wait.
I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Why would this door in the pyramid now?
Somebody else is clearing temples.
Yes, and that thought is terrifying. I
Don't
think I should
touch the water.
I wasn't thinking of it, but if it's all right, I think I would like to maybe just take a glance at one of those passages.
You can see she's really fighting on this one. She's like, but you said safety and going on your own.
Well, yes, but worry not. If I see anything troubling, I'll be back faster than you can say flag and fuck.
She
Okay.
squints at him, but she doesn't argue.
Okay, at this point, Connor, you have thoroughly searched this bottom floor. There is nothing. No lever, nothing to help you through. It's a
By now-
dead end.
Yeah, and by now my ether walk is long finished.
You can always go upstairs.
Yeah, I only have that option, don't I?
No, I could dispel the magic and you can run through before the ruins reactivate.
How long does it take for these ruins to reactivate?
About a turn.
Oh,
So
okay,
you
well, then
could
that's
safely
good.
just
That's
make it through.
Yeah,
fine. 6 seconds of God.
yeah.
No, but we gotta get through here, man. Is there anything else in the other rooms that might be able to assist with this?
Where they are or upstairs?
Where they are, I mean, I don't want to waste another spell slot of skies to get me back across here. We're just gonna have to go through there again.
So
Do you
yeah.
find anything?
no. Well, I mean, they might all have to venture in there or something.
Okay, just a question. As I am approaching this corridor, this other passage down here, does the longbow of warning react to anything?
As you get closer to that passage, it starts to glow slightly. Yes.
He will point behind him and once again relay that the
Okay.
longbow seems to be reacting to something.
The reply is strange that. In a very sarcastic tone.
Okay, guys, what's the plan?
Is there from how far I can see, is there anything down that hallway? that I should be worried about.
All right, so it goes down a little while, a few feet, and then the water seems to swirl downwards. That's at least what you can see from where you are.
Can you see anything heavy enough for us to hold down these pressure plates?
Yeah, I should probably. That's actually a good idea. I should be looking around. Is there, kind of backtracking into the main part of the room, is there anything that would fit that definition? Something that I could take to hold the pressure plates down.
In this room, there's nothing loose.
Okay. What about traveling down here? What about passage number 2?
Passage number 2 seems to curl around the side. So you can sort of explore. The water's not very deep, but just around the corner here, you barely. That's a weird bit of dynamic lighting there. Right, here we go. It just goes around the corner there, and it seems to flow over several, like drive wheels, like water wheels and things, and then descends. But it descends into such a small gap, nobody can conceivably get through there. Also, I should explain, if you're here, the tiles seem slightly loose in this area, underfoot. In these alcoves, there is a teardrop shape in each of them, like a bit of glass. They are just see-through. However, the one on this side is a glowing blue.
He will begin to make his way back to the corridor.
Okay. In that corridor, Ethne puts the head of the flagonflark down. This creature is big, or it used to be. It used to be a lot taller. That was my joke, everybody. Thank you. Good night. And it's big enough to depress both pressure plates. By that, I mean push them down and not make them sad. Okay.
That's perfect. That was the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then the door stays open and we can all move through. Connor, did you find anything?
I found a staircase.
He steps out of the way. For actually, wait. Are they following into the room? Or are they going someplace else?
I need.
Going back a bit.
Okay, so Lilith follows.
You can't stay there, Connor.
Well,
Just-
I really don't want to waste any more of your energy.
Just
Maybe save spell points.
Just
Okay.
come. She will hold out her hands, concentrate, and tell him the moment she blinks, he needs to stampede into her and just not knock her into the water.
He gets himself into like a runner ready launch position. He's about to Usain Bolt through that door.
Okay.
Her hands glow for a moment, and she goes now and file the barrier.
Okay. I need you to make a athletics check, please.
Please
I am
don't dump
not
me into
good
the
at
water.
athletics.
Oh my gosh, this is how Sky dies.
Okay, look, at least look at it this way. It's a good 50-50. I mean,
that's
that's a straight
I'm just
deal.
gonna say it. If this is how Sky dies, this is also gonna be how Connor finds himself in a box.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
So,
You
Use
have
there.
guidance.
She'll help where she can.
You have
Alright.
guidance, Connor.
Oh, I got a +1 there. Yeah. Not first death.
16. Okay. As you beat that check by 1 and don't get sliced in half, you run through. It was close. Yeah. It shaved your ass a bit, but you're fine.
You
That's for
kind of
sure.
like pat him on the shoulders in relief. Alright, let's not do that.
Well,
so-
we're gonna have to. We're gonna get
Connor!
this out again at the end of the day.
Connor.
That's fine. Although, we can rest for an hour and then I can walk through the wall again.
She pokes him in the chest. Just stop. Let's go.
What's beyond this point?
Let me find you.
We are both down at corridor number 1.
All right. So as you guys get further and further away, also by the way, at the mouth of the sort of area, the tiles there did seem loose. Over here, the water spirals down, goes under this walkway, flowing into some deeper channel. Also, there's bubbles coming out from the water over here.
Okay,
So you said there was a glowing tier over here.
This one, yes.
Are we
Kind
able
of.
to remove it from the wall?
No, it's pretty embedded.
And the others, do they look like they were cracked or anything like that?
No, they just have no light in them. They're otherwise perfectly untouched.
All right, interesting.
So as Connor and Free stand here, that sort of square there seems to be a big pressure plate. You're just pushing it down where you are there.
oh.
Are there any more inscriptions, runes, anything like that? Tumoan writings?
Nope. Oh wait. Sorry. Yes. You're in room 7. Sorry. This one here says power. This one here says 1. This one here says 2. This one here says 3.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3.
And what are these things exactly then?
Are these big
Oh
things?
my gosh. Do you think they power the golems?
Probably.
Yes.
That would
fucking
make
definitely.
sense.
Okay,
That would make a lot of sense.
I need everybody to make an insight check for me before we go down a rabbit hole of death.
Can I have a...
I do not see a thing.
That'd be like an intelligence fucking common sense thing?
I do not see a thing.
Okay, Sky, you will recall in your brief skim through the pages of a journal.
I'm busy reading them, I'm not skimming.
Okay, Nay. You move your bookmark. Someone moved your bookmark.
I pluck a feather out of my wing and use it as a bookmark.
Ouch. Wow, okay. So, firstly, Lilu figured something out. Lilu, what did you figure out? With your 3 insight, natural 1.
That she's very tempted to reach out and touch the green barrier.
Awesome. Seems
no.
perfectly safe. Alright.
Do not.
Do it!
Do not.
Do it!
Free is distracted by Sky. Free is distracted by Sky putting out a feather. I guess everybody has their own thing. Sky, you will recall that these pressure plates need a lot of weight to be triggered. The golems in the story did not react on anything to do with the crystals.
No.
They did other
They
things.
react when you try to take their clothing from them.
Connor, well, more than that. Connor, you realize that, okay, the power one is probably on because of the water flowing over all those mechanisms. And probably the numbers have something to do with the pressure plates.
Here's my hypothesis. The water is just water. The water is like powering.
Actually, no, the water is contaminated. Fun fact.
It's probably also contaminated, yeah, sure, but it's the
And
flow of water-
corrupted.
The flow of water is powering the mechanisms, making the power. These switches powers the golems, and you want the golems to stand on the pressure plates because they're heavy.
Okay, hold up.
The other possibility is that once these golems are powered up, They will not.
There are
think
three
about-
massive
about slicing
artificial
us in
people
half.
standing guard, all neatly in a row, covered in cobwebs and dust. They aren't like claymen in the town, they're armored in some strange metal that we've never seen before. It doesn't seem to rust and has a bunny blue tinge about it. The dwarf seems to think that it might be old dwarven material. Hold up. We discovered that the giant golem things do not like you trying to pry bits of metal off them. They definitely attack you, but luckily they're pretty stupid. It stomps towards whoever hit it last, but it only goes a few strides. But if you stand close after whacking them, they whack back.
So we hit them, we lure them to the pressure plates. And we do them one at a time, and it seems to me that we can turn them on one at a time.
Our hits don't seem to do much of anything.
That's not the point. We just want to lead them to the because they stop after a few steps.
But then some of us might get stuck in the corridor, won't we?
Oh, you can move around them. It's going to be, you know, you can't rush past them. That'll be difficult terrain for that
Also-
purposes. Yeah, sorry.
Not to meta, but I mean, mobile. We don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
You
Yeah.
said the ceiling was very high, right?
Yeah, it's like 70 feet in
Okay,
place.
if anyone is going down the corridor, I am, because I can just fly back over them and back into
There's
the
also that. Yeah, there's also that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's not a bad idea, Connor. Actually, we can try that. You had a bright spark of an idea.
I am the most intelligent one here, so yes,
I wouldn't go that far, but
Shit.
okay.
And man, shameless tooting of our horn.
Well, at least I have a fortitude. All right. Anyway, shall I get me?
Man, I
Hey.
can't. I have nothing. Well, we will just give a little bit of a nod and say, well, when you give the signal, I suppose we'll wake them up.
Guy flies up, 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 up.
Free will do likewise. So we'll, the cloak of the Scarlet Macaw, turn into a brilliant set of colorful wings, and he'll begin to hover up, 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 up.
Guess I'll flick switch number 1. I've got no idea. I mean, it's not like these things have numbers on them, there.
I don't think the switches are what do it. I think it's attacking them. Because these people said they didn't move until you tried to take the bits of metal from them. So, like, touching them seems to activate them.
Okay. Well, then I suppose I'll take a whack at this guy over here.
Okay. So, as you take a whack, it seems to power up. It
Yeah, that works.
goes to its full height. It's quite tall.
Sure, yeah.
It no longer has the sleepy token on it. There we go. And it's about to strike. Will you move?
Fuck yes, I'll move. Where's the pressure plate?
Okay, so
Over here.
you found one here, and you found one over here.
So, shall we
thank you,
try
sir.
this one first?
Yeah.
I'll try and mark them.
Alright.
Lilith, move,
Okay.
sweetheart.
This is roughly where they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
These little boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yes, I'm moving. Right. We wanted to move in that direction, I guess. I'm gonna.
I realized I'm maybe overtired. I just read my own whisper, like, who figured that out? Oh, wait, it's me.
I'm gonna move over there.
Okay. So, just as you finish moving, it's going to move. Oh, maybe I'll just move the whole map.
Don't do that.
I want to see how far it moves now, and we can start to figure this out.
And it comes to a stop.
That's it. Fucking hell, okay. That it. Spiky. I suppose I didn't do any damage whatsoever to it.
No damage.
Oh shit, they don't move very far. Okay.
Again.
Again.
Okay, Teletubbies, calm down.
I have a little bit of a plot. I have a little bit of a scheme.
That was how
He'll yell out, Connor, when you hit the thing again, just wait for my signal. He'll focus a bit. He'll
like 10 feet
focus.
right
He'll focus a bit at exactly where Connor is standing. And when I give you the signal, just run somewhere else, just not on the pressure plate.
Anywhere.
Just anywhere else.
Okay, so that means, that'll actually do it. Alright, well, I hit it again.
Okay.
And then Free will shout at him to run. He will cast a little illusion to cause him to kind of vanish as he runs away, but have it seem like he's still standing there.
Okay.
It's an image of an object. I'm not an object.
Well, you might be to him.
Well,
Don't objectify me. Damn, that's...
Well, if you think of Connor as an object,
No, you can't
you
really.
think of it as an NPC.
okay, perhaps I didn't think that through.
All right.
Perhaps I did not think that through.
All right. So it doesn't seem to react to that anyway. As you make a sort of Connor dull.
Okay, Connor, swap with me.
Anyway, so as it gets right up to you there, Connor, it's where its foot stops. You feel the ground beneath you move. It's not fully on the pressure plate. Number 1 flickers slightly.
Connor, swap with me. Run out. I'm gonna fly into this corridor so that it comes fully onto the pressure plate, and then swap, and then fly back over it.
I will start working this one over here.
I will then hit it and escape into the corridor.
Okay. So it's gonna move. And did you fly up?
Yes, I went up and over it.
Okay, as it moves half its movement, it uses the rest of it to try and swing at you. It misses. But as it stands there, the tiles beneath it click down, and this one, number 1, shines as brightly as the power one.
Okay.
So there must be another pressure plate over here somewhere. Or somewhere in this room. Anyway, sorry.
Possibly.
That's actually... Yes! Because they found the 3 golems standing perfectly in line.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Now, Lilith is going to hit this one with an Eldritch Blast to get its attention.
Okay. And, okay, so as you do that, it's going to move 10 feet. Towards you. It's going to get about there.
And, Free
Hit him again.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Well,
I got
do it
a
now.
whole corridor this way if I need to...
No, Lilith, don't do that. Don't go down the corridor. Let someone who can fly up and over go down the corridor.
Yep, she moves this way.
Okay.
Free will hover above, and he'll fire his long bow at it, and then retreat down the corridor.
Okay.
With his wings.
So, number 3 lights up.
Now we have to get this other one. So can I just investigate here if the middle where they said the 3 golems were standing, there is another pressure plate there?
Okay, so in the journal they said they were lined up in a row.
Yes.
Yes.
So...
Okay, so looking around here, there's no pressure plate.
Anything up? Okay.
Okay, I need investigation checks from everybody as you go stomping around.
I can investigate here.
Everyone. Everybody is just stomping around.
Oh my god!
Nothing.
Oh, shame it. Lilith is 7. Oof.
We're
3
not
with
having a
10.
bad day today.
Yeah, not great. Okay. So after about another 10 minutes of investigation, eventually, Connor, you find that the other pressure plate is way up here on the southern end. Northern end of the thing.
That's right. Okay. The question is, what happens when they're all on the pressure plate?
I guess we're about to find out.
Oh
Yeah.
boy!
One way or another, we're going to know for sure.
Okie day. And handy enough, I can actually do this on my ace. Okay, I'll take a smack at him and move it there.
Okay. So he is going to move 10 feet. As he steps there, the rest of you see number 2 light up, and then the walls start glowing, all sides. The room seems to light itself. The obelisks shine brightly, and the ceiling far above becomes oddly cloudy. And as it becomes, the clouds seem to solidify slightly, you see an aerial view of western Osteria, predominantly Dyrecinder. The borders are unfamiliar, perhaps from a very long time ago. Oh yes, this is Dyrecinder, like the ancients saw it. A pinprick of light extends from the top of each obelisk to a point on the map in Dyrecinder.
I immediately I imagine we have a map of Dyrecinder.
Yes.
Oh man,
Look at the
Literally.
map.
I'm marking
Jeez,
this.
Franz, as you're saying these things, I'm like literally pulls out her
Yeah.
map. I'm like,
Okay.
"Ah."
Okay.
These are the ruins we want to look at.
Okay. So
Look at
firstly,
Thing.
firstly, all of the obelisks in here now no longer just have symbols; they also have writing on it, which you will recognize and will give names to. So if you go to the, if you go over here, there will be names to go with. They're very faint.
Oh.
At the bottom, ignore the.
Oh.
Why is one?
We have
Why is one purple? That is very strange.
Ember Keeper, Companion,
Because that's the one that's
Windwalker,
already used as well. It's already active.
Gardener.
We do it.
Gardener, Tamer, Builder, Blue One, Painted One, Breaker, Breeder, one I can't quite read because the crack is in the way, Night Whisperer, Stranger, and Ashen One. I don't know about you, but Ashen One sounds like a Dark Souls reference.
It does.
What is this one on the bottom row? Because the crack.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Sorry. Yes, that is the Rotmonger.
okay.
I don't want to move that word a little bit.
Yep. There we go. Yep. Yeah, sorry, my stylistic nonsense makes it hard to read. Okay.
Don't worry.
Yes, actually this is supposed to be purple. So this is the Fallen Tower.
And that one is also lit up,
Yes.
which means it's been activated, not by us.
Okay.
But
I
So,
don't think it's that
somebody
it's
else
been
is doing it.
activated. I think it's somebody's done the trial.
Which would mean that it's active.
Does it activate though? Wait,
uh,
does it
Yeah,
activate to
that's
say a mark of the Nexa?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think that people are getting tattoos.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hypothesis. This place is some sort of nexus.
all right. So let me take you to the main map here.
a little bit of a hunch, but I'm suspicious of Mishka being the one finding the one ruin on the bottom row, which is suspected to be part of the evil ruins.
Okay, so the one with the flame on it points to here. Okay.
We need to mark the stuff as we find it. I'm gonna do so. Circle them with a
Green.
green. Got it.
Thank you.
Yes.
The one with the pyramid on it is in Fulchester.
That's this one, eh?
Yes. No, it's part of the city. So that
Oh.
yes. There we go. This is the gauntlet of the builder.
Can't have deleted.
That's okay, I'll get it. Then the one with the mushroom is down here. Oh wait, you guys can't see my ping. It's down here.
That's a mushroom one.
The rotmonger.
Yes, and I'm gonna reveal the words. That's the Garden of the Rockmonger. The one with the smoke is just under Tamworth over here, and is labeled the Crypt of the Ashen One.
Firelink Shrine.
The one with the skull. Ooh, let me just double check something before I tell you the wrong thing. What is precursors? Yes, okay, the one with the skull seems to be pointing straight to where the prisons are, the prison is, and it is the Night Whisperer's dungeon, and it is
Quite cheery.
here.
How cheery.
The one with the rose points to King's Bane and is labeled the Stranger's Hideaway. Just gonna find them all now. I marked them all nicely. Okay, way up north. So just outside of Orion, that's the one that Connor investigated, is labeled the Keep of the Painted One, and it's the blue spiral.
Okay, duck. Okay. Vietnam flashbacks.
The one I'm pinging it sort of here is marked. This is the fallen tower. Excuse me. And
That one's already been raided.
it's marked House of the Breaker.
Okay. That one has already been raided by someone else, so it should be marked off then. I don't know, with a purple.
Yeah, purple's good. Okay, and then way back over here, these ruins. Oh wait, you can't see me. Way back over here, these ruins are marked by the pole, and that is the Warren of the Companion. This one here is marked by the one with the tree, and it's marked simply the Nursery. Okay. There's one in Willowbane that doesn't have a label, but it is leading from the symbol connected to it is it's sorry, I made a slight mistake. So the House of the Painted One, the one that you looked at, Connor, the one way up here,
Yeah.
here, that is the black spiral. The blue spiral is in Willowbane. Okay.
Can we get a list of this, like, blue spile, this place, this place, so on.
Yeah, like right up, because we also can't see the map
I've
between
kind of
sessions.
captured as much as I could.
Okay, I'm gonna send you guys a map. I think I did send you a map.
You did send it,
yeah,
but it's not pinned, so it's
Yeah,
somewhere.
it doesn't have all the. It doesn't have all the markings on it.
Okay.
Surely it is pinned.
I thought it was. The one of the stag is here, and is labeled the Sunken Fields.
It is pinned under general, the text.
But it doesn't have all the markings and things.
Yeah, it doesn't have that.
Away across the sea in Cravenfell. Here, there's one. The Dragonhead one is labeled the breeding grounds. That's where your creatures are from. And I think that is all of them.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's all of them.
It's supposed to be 14.
Oh, 14. Okay. Okay.
What did I miss?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Missing one,
5, 6, 7, 8,
I'm
9,
counting 13.
10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm counting 13.
A little green circle, the one we've already done.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, we
Oh,
counted
the
that
Ember
one.
Keeper, this one, yeah.
Yeah. Ember
So that makes
keeping.
14.
Okay, yeah. The only thing that's not marked is the Nexus.
Yeah, I count 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I count 14.
Yeah, it's because it's supposed to be 7, 4, and 7 against, so 14.
Mhm.
You guys just upgraded your map.
Yeah,
Yay!
we've come so far.
Lilu sat on the floor with her map, drawing circles on the corresponding things.
Connor's been going absolute fucking
Oh, shit.
bananas with his journal and everything, back and forthing and everything. And like, okay, well, page past the dissertation on the sexual practices of Timon. Do a new dissertation.
Reed is just still hovering a bit off the ground. He's just looking up at the ceiling and all the clouds and all the stuff on there, and just kind of marveling at it.
Alright.
Kind of taking it
Well-
on the scale and all.
Welcome to the main quest, Joe.
Whoa.
Is this one? You just need to remove the.
I can't. I can't.
How?
It is magic. It's indestructible like the golems.
Has it been moved into a different layer or something?
I've been trying. I can't do it. That one doesn't count.
But then, you know what? I think that we might be short something, eh?
Yeah,
I counted that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're definitely missing one.
I might have fucked up, but wait, just double check. Okay, so Emberkeeper is in Cinder Province. Companion is in Umberhome Province. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. You are missing the Falling Leaves, which is here marked Secret Location.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
I
but
see how it is.
that one does point vaguely. It seems to move slightly. The point of light, the line that goes from the top of the obelisk to the map, seems to be scanning along the Hagram Mountains.
Okay.
That is that our destination?
That's here-ish. All the mountainy bits.
The whole section.
Yep.
Duck.
Oddly convenient.
Yeah.
It's almost
That
like
is-
it's been structured.
That's a lot of area to search. Shit.
Marcel, you madman.
Okay. Alright, well, that means we can adjust our route a little bit. Do that one out later. Okay.
Okie dokie, back to the dungeon.
Anything else in this place that is interesting, like, writings, maybe like an instruction manual on how to, weaponize blight
Wow.
science?
Wow.
Okay, so looking around the room, there appears to be a very obviously hidden door over here with tool markings around it. Somebody has brute forced it at some point.
Brute force
And you
open.
know what? I can tell you all about that.
Don't tell us. I really thought you read us the entire journal, but it seems
I
to be
didn't. That's why I kept stopping. Because
Wait,
every
there's
time I
more.
stop, you're like, oh my gosh, wait, we need to figure this out, and then you go on a tangent to figure out the next thing.
Like, no,
So-
but wait, there's more.
Sky's
We
like,
found a secret door. It's on the western wall. Actually, the actual west, and not what this crazy town calls west. Near the south end of the chamber, we broke the mechanism. Just bad luck mostly. Eventually, we resorted to brute force. They have the door open. Some kind of force field is beyond it. And that's where the journal ends. The pages are torn out.
ready.
Sky's like that friend you have who's
Whatever
read.
else we do,
Yeah.
Whatever else we do, let's do it quickly because I gotta go.
Okay, what's the plan, guys? What you do?
There's water flowing above the thing, right?
Yes,
Where
From-
the wall. Yeah.
from the room above. Yes.
I do not touch this water. Both of those corridors, they usually just lead to like these like holes in
They
the
do
ground.
say that there's a force field behind this door anyway, so should we not try and go down the corridors where we know we can get through?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start
Keeping-
with the area.
Keeping above the ground with his wings, he'll make his way through this corridor on the right.
Okay, it ends in a dead end with the water spiraling down into something, a hole over here. The water bubbles over here.
Nope.
Just-
Yeah, no, back away slowly.
And this one?
Which one? Oh,
The
that
one
goes
Loops.
over lots of mechanisms and also disappears. It's dead ends.
So we need to somehow get through these force fields. Or go home, now that we have the map.
So no, we can't. Actually, no, we can't even do that because the door closed behind us.
Well,
Oh, shit.
You
if,
can only press forward. You can only press forward.
if everyone's good for like resting for an hour, I can walk through walls again.
Well, how long has it been?
I don't know.
Since you did
Exactly.
that, it's about 15 minutes or so.
Also, I wouldn't
shit.
say that like whacking golem and running away from it counts as like taking a rest.
Okay, so just let me see real quick. He'll take out one copper coin and he'll throw it at the water flowing down the walls. To test if this is working the same as the water in the first room apparently does.
Okay, so the water's not very deep. It's about a foot deep. And sorry, what did you throw in?
I'm throwing a singular copper coin.
Oh, okay, it sinks right to the bottom. Seems fine.
Okay, does it disappear?
No, it just sits at the bottom like a wish.
Hmm. We will.
These ruins that appear,
Well-
the glyphs, are any of them familiar in an arcane sense?
No. You mean like the symbol of the pyramid and the spiral and...
No, the ones that appear when the force field is like put up.
Oh, yes. They are runes for casting specific spells, yes.
Not my areas.
Yes, but can I figure out like what type of spell?
Shit, but wouldn't they be in Samoan?
They would be into Moan, yes.
Okay, I might have to help you. I can read them, describe them to you, and maybe you can figure it out. This is
Let's
how
try this
deciphering
thing.
ancient texts work, okay?
Let's see if we can do it. DM, what do we do?
I can read all things. No need to worry. I can
Yeah,
read all right.
that's true.
Read something doesn't mean you can turn
Just
it.
give it to me and I
Well-
can decipher it by just looking.
Okay.
Look at it and I will give you guidance and if I can assist.
Okay, so talking about the force field way back
You
in...
just look. I understand.
Okay, so in the force field, in the first sort of area, those runes create a wall of glass, and it's part of. So one of the runes makes sure that it checks if there is a wall up. The other one casts the wall, and the other one strengthens the wall. So they sort of all support each other.
Would we know if we disrupted the ruins? So like carved through it or something like that to break the ruin basically. Would we have an idea if that would make the ruin stop working?
Yes, if you could find a way to break it to stone.
If we carve through the stone, like literally try and scrape through it.
If you can manage that, yes.
I mean, Connor, it might be worth a try.
To break it, yeah, but you know, that guy had that in his toolbox. He had like chisels and shit to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, cool. Run, mosey my ass over there, fetch a hammer and chisel.
Okay.
Can I ask Tusa if I could borrow her staff?
Wait,
Okay.
Might be
Tusa
a-
will give you her staff.
This,
So-
this might be, this might be a long shot, but this might be a long shot, but would casting Ray of Frost on the stone make it easier to break?
No,
No.
just
Oh,
harder.
okay.
Sorry, Lilith? Who? Lilith said something?
Dilu?
No, Lilith said something.
Oh no,
No,
I was
but-
just joking around about
Oh.
we are breaking everyone's.
Oh, right, sorry.
I'm
And
gonna break everything.
I want to break it. I just want to ask Tusa if she can bring her staff over to the green barrier.
and by the way, Wally in the chat, I agree. Yes, so Tusa is about to hand you the staff, and then she sort of, with the free hand, touches the side of her head, like, the voice says no.
Can you bring the staff over here then?
Sure. So, as Tusa walks, that brightness you noticed before does seem to follow it like a compass. Follow Tusa.
The light from the obelisk.
Yes. So not the pinprick of light on top. It's just the brightest part of the fire obelisk seems to be on the side of wherever Tusa's standing.
It's the weapon. So did someone get a weapon from the other?
Well, let me test that. So then Tusa puts down the staff like over here. Much trepidation. Trepidation. Sorry, that killed me. And walks over here. The the light does not follow Tusa. It stays on the staff.
So it must be the weapon then. So
And those
people
place
are
have
getting
3 of
weapons
something.
from. Yes, it had a tier. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm just gonna say something. Two things can be right at the same time.
Oh.
Okay, I think that killed everyone. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading. I just want to get. So they needed to get. We were supposed to go inside, survive the traps, and retrieve 3 very important things: a monolith with a hole in it, a crystal tear, and a strange gadget called a tuning rod.
The tuning rod is the weapon. The monolith will give you a mark of the Nexa. I have a tier.
You have a tier, but there is another tier here too, Lulu.
I mean, I have a spare.
Yes, but there must be one here if that's what they came looking for.
And they didn't take the ones from the walls.
Which means there's much more to this place. How is Connor doing on his carving out of the ruins mission?
Okay, this,
Also, before you carve them out, remember to
Look, I feel absolutely
copy them down.
horrendous that I am damaging a fucking ancient ruin. You know, it's like I feel dirty, but it's necessary, I suppose.
Make sure
Okay,
to copy them
just-
down.
No,
So-
I thoroughly recorded everything.
okay, just to confirm, it's these over here, right?
Yeah. I think, Connor, are you doing those or the one down there?
You haven't opened that. You haven't opened the door down there yet.
Oh, we're all down here. I assumed we were going to do this one.
Oh,
Then we
okay.
need to open the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Open the door, or do you want to do the one that's already open?
We're gonna need to. It sounds like they had to brute force it because they broke the mechanism. So we're gonna need Lilu and Ethni's help to just break open the door.
Okay.
Thing. I will do the thing.
Okay, strength check. I will roll
Do
for
the
Ethnic.
thing. Do the thing. Woo.
I
Time
will
for
give you
Lilu roll.
guidance.
I
She doesn't
will.
need no guidance. She's Lilu.
Yes.
My rolls haven't been too great, but I'm gonna rage.
Let's hear about.
Okay, Ethnic's gonna play his card. Oh wow, it's her card. Sorry, not doing too well. It's quite a good card, I think.
Oh, not the greatest roll.
That's
Yes.
guidance.
Great card though.
My bay.
Chill. Okay, so the 22 and 16 between the two of
Remember,
you.
you have guidance, Lilu.
Oh, I forgot. Thank you.
But it's okay. Between the two of you, open the door.
Okay.
You open the door. What greets you is a blue barrier this time, and a very obvious pressure plate. Beyond it, there is another obvious pressure plate. Standing here is a woman. Her robes are moth-eaten. She seems to be deceased. Actually, covered in moths. It's a weird sight. Moths. Not moffies, moths.
Lots of animals. We can talk to them, right?
You could try.
Oh,
Hello, everyone. Top of the morning to you.
Can I step on this pressure plate?
Okay, as you step on that pressure plate, this barrier disappears. Excuse me.
Can someone step on the pressure plate so I can investigate
Free
the
roll.
body? Do a medicine check.
Free will stand on it and keep the barrier down.
Okay, so you can move through. Okay, so you see this woman in front of you. What are you gonna do?
I want to check how she died. I want to do a medicine check, but also check for any magic.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a very specific question now. How do you do your medicine check?
By using my... This is gonna sound weird, but her cleric magic, basically. Like doing an x-ray, scanning her from top to bottom to see if there's any
Okay.
wounds or anything
Yes.
specific she can pinpoint that killed her.
Let me
and if the
rephrase that.
moths have
Hang on.
anything to do with it.
Hang on. Do you touch her?
I assume so, yes.
Okay. So, and as you look around, I need you to do a medicine check and then a constitution saving throw. Okay.
Please.
I'm gonna use my card in that context.
Okay.
Die. Don't.
Where's the card?
It's a
It is.
12.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Good.
Really good time for a 12.
Okay, so total of 22. You resist whatever it was. Through your investigation, I also need you to do a Arcana check. Just roll an Arcana additional to that, please.
Sorry, so the medicine is a 16 because of guidance.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
a 14 Arcana. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna luck roll that Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I tried, guys.
It's okay. Don't worry, it's okay.
I assume the DM is whispering.
Yes, it is.
The silence was like, okay.
Okay. Sky.
Okay. Shit. Okay. So this woman was cursed. These moths aren't real. They're part of the curse. I get the feeling that I probably just narrowly avoided it. And this is the woman who wrote this journal.
Is it? Well, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I would advise staying away from her from now on.
What happens if I step on this pressure plate?
So when you step on this pressure plate,
The cuff up.
the barrier goes down.
Okay, we're gonna have to do that hop, skip, and jump thing again. Everyone
someone
comes
will-
into this room, and then this person jumps over.
Yeah, if someone will keep standing on the pressure plate Free was standing on, he'll stand on the second pressure plate.
That's a few athletics checks to avoid the cutting off.
Yeah. Please, friends, don't get cutting off. That is not...
Oh, the
Not
English is
advisable.
delicious. Okay, I
In terms
will.
of athletics, I should be fine. Actually, no, never.
I will give you a warning though. If everybody enters, none of you can leave.
Oh, at least
Oh
for now.
yeah.
Oh yeah, at least for an hour.
That's the thing.
Unless we find something to put on the pressure plate.
Or just rest an hour.
There's only so many times we can do that, though. I would imagine.
Oh, I could do it every single time after a short rest.
Okay, well
no.
let's rest an hour then, and just have that surety because we don't know what we're gonna face around this corner.
Yeah,
So
and I gotta go. Bye.
Okay. No worries. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for playing, man.
I don't know why I was waving. My camera's not even on.
Yes. Okay.
Aw.
So, I'm gonna say we're probably gonna leave it there.
yeah,
All
we're
right.
probably gonna have to.
Yeah, because I think our power goes off at midnight. So, I will say you guys can have your little RP session as
I
long
don't think we would even have any. Let's
as
not die in a dungeon.
as
We're technically safe.
hello. So
Yes.
you guys can have your RP session if this barrier remains up.
Yeah.
Sir, yes,
Yes.
sir.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Okay. If this barrier is down, it's an unsafe space and you can't stay here. Can't RP here. Comprende? Capiche? Hello?
Yes.
Yep.
Understood. Got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna, for safety, put everybody in this room for now.
Yes.
Okay. So, in the words of Macbeth. Okay, wait, first let's just say goodbye to the stream. Bye-bye, stream.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye, stream. Bye, stream.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, stream. You cannot see, but I am waving goodbye.